Hello, hello. Let me tweet and I'll be right back. Oh, so yeah, I'm not too sure why I sound like this, but I did wake up maybe like 30 minutes ago. We can talk all about that later, but I am coming to you as my K shopper, just a regular um just a regular live. We're going to talk about everything that happened on Gion's birthday after I finished my last live yesterday. But happy day after Gion's birthday. It is November 23rd, 2021. Here in Korea, it is right now 1:20 p.m. I just missed Hyungwon's time, but it's all good. So yeah, Breezy, oh my gosh, hi there. Long time no see, but I'm so glad. Yeah, I haven't come in like morning or after. This is afternoon. This is why I think it's the morning. It's because I just woke up. I feel like it's the morning, but it's the first time in a while I'm coming like earlier in the day in Korea. So I was hoping if any of you guys is still November 22nd, still happy Gion Day to you then. So I hope that you guys are still having a good Gion Day and we could talk more about Gion after I unbox the No Limit Kihno KiT album. Sarah, so Breezy is here, hi again. Raquel is here, hi again. Sarah's here, hi again. Sarah, she's one of the regulars now. I didn't think you would be a regular, Sarah. So it's so nice to see you here as always. Joey, I'm always so shocked that we have great timing, guys. So Joey, she said, "Hello, dear. Good afternoon. You too, dear. Good afternoon." So a lot of things happened yesterday, and more things are happening with Monsta today too. So they did a radio show this morning. I coincidentally saw that radio show this morning. So we'll talk about that later. So maybe that's why I'm still tired right now. But Stephanie, did you sleep? Every time I see Stephanie at this time, because I know her time zone, I don't know if she slept or not. But as long as you're okay, Stephanie, welcome everyone. So the first thing we're gonna do, of course, is to unbox the Kihno KiT album. So it arrived to me legit 20 minutes ago. So I'm glad it came right after, the day. So yesterday I got my one set of Monsta X albums, which I ordered right on the day it went on sale. So it came, I guess the earliest it could come was yesterday, but it was Gion's birthday. It was all good. But then the Kihno I also bought on the same day as I bought the set album. So I was like, why is the Kihno not here yet? But the Kihno comes the day after. I'm not sure why. I don't know. But then I did order the Kihno after I ordered the set of albums. So maybe the timing was like the albums was able to come fast. I don't know. But anyways, it's another surprise unboxing today as we see how the Kihno looks like. And also, which member photo card do I get? So I've always been lucky getting Gion photo card in my Kihnos. But this time since I'm not a fan of his orange hair, it's really okay if I don't get his photo card. So I'm seriously very curious who is it going to be. But also, before I open it, sorry about that. So when you order from Starship, the pre-order Starship. So if you pre-order the KiT album on Starship, you get the same thing, these photo card sets, but you get it randomly. So if you buy the set of albums, you get all 5 photo card sets. But if you buy a single album or a single keynote, they give randomly. So I bought 3 in this package. So I bought 3. One is for a customer, but so they gave me a Minyoung, Juhani, and I am photo card set. So no Gion in here, which is okay. I'm not a huge fan of these photos, but it's just interesting, so far. No Gion luck so far, but also I'm not sure who is the magnet. Shanu, I used to be the Shanu magnet, but now, since Shanu isn't here, who is the new magnet? I'm still not sure yet. But yeah, just letting you guys know, this package got I am, Juhani, and Minyoung. And we'll see who's my magnet later after we open these Kihnos, I guess. Oh, okay, who else? Wow, why are so many of you guys here? I'm still shocked every time I see this. Okay, Breezy says, I've seen your lives been. Oh, you have seen the lives, but you've been really sick. No way, Breezy. Okay, so you just weren't able to leave a comment. All good, Breezy. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys are getting better because I know Stephanie is sick too. So I hope all you guys feel better soon, okay, guys? And be careful. Like Monsta X guys, sadly, some of them are sick, but we'll talk about that later. If you guys are like confused, what are they sick with? We'll talk about that after I finished the unboxing. Stephanie says, I accidentally fell asleep during the day. I can't blame you, Stephanie. So yeah, that's why I'm still awake. All good, but you catch me in this live. I can't complain. It's always nice to see you here, Stephanie. So you sleep whenever you want to sleep. Joey says, "Hi everyone, wonderful day, night to you all." Yes, I say the same thing with Joey too to all you guys. Ashley is here. Ashley's always, I can never be surprised anymore. Ashley, always nice to see you here. Breezy says, "I've been so broke. I know Monster X and One will make us all broke. I understand. I only ordered one set of the jewel cases. You order the one that you can afford and what you want the most. So that's what it is. And you can always order the albums later. They'll always be here, but you just miss out on pre-order benefits. But if you're not into the pre-order benefits, like if you're not too into this, like, don't worry about it. But then I'll also sell pre-order benefits like separately, which would be cheaper. If any of you guys would be interested in that, I will hopefully post all about that soon. Wish me luck. I really need to post the stock items soon. Yeah. So just if anyone's interested, Candy is here. Hey, girlfriend. She said, "Yay, Kihno time." Yes, it is. I just took off the plastic. We'll be looking at it soon. Stephanie says, "Hi, Joey." Yes, there's hi, Joey. Stephanie says, "Is your throat okay?" Yeah. Is your throat okay, Chrissy? If anyone here is new, my name that I like to go by, it's my forever name actually. It's a nickname for my real name, but I always go by Chrissy. So I announced yesterday my name to you guys. I'm Chrissy. Yeah. So my throat is okay. I said this earlier. I woke up maybe like 30 minutes ago. And also, I didn't do it on purpose. I coincidentally saw Minhyuk on a radio. Sorry, Minhyuk. Why? Because I was looking at Minhyuk. Sorry, Monster X, Monster X. I'm so out of it. So I'm just all out of it right now. Okay, so Monster X on a radio show this morning, and that was like at 8 in the morning. So I, for some reason, yeah, so I have to talk about that later. So I saw that radio show since I was just coincidentally awake. I saw it, but then after I finished watching them, I fell back asleep. And so that's why I woke up 30 minutes ago. But yeah, so I think I'm still waking up. That's why my throat is okay. I have water next to me, but I already drank lots of water. So I'm okay, just waking. This is my waking up voice, basically. So don't worry. Sarah says, "By the way, I used to listen to your lives a lot before gaining enough courage to start commenting." Sarah, so you really? So you were always, yeah. It's By the way, if any of you guys that are watching that don't want to comment, of course don't comment if you don't want to. Like I personally might be that person too. I would not comment unless I really want to comment. And it's IM time right now, 1:26 p.m. in Korea. Hi, IM time. So yeah, I totally understand you. I would do the same. But now, yeah, she's like, "Oh, after like watching so often, like you finally, I'm glad, Sarah, you finally have more courage to start commenting. And it's always great to hear all your comments. Like I really appreciate all you guys interacting with me like this. It makes it more fun for me too. So thanks, you guys. And any of you guys, whenever you want to comment anytime. Joey says, "Hope you're feeling better now." Oh, yes. Yes. If you guys were here yesterday, I had an emotional time talking about Kihyun, and I do feel better, but also not really at the same time because we didn't really conclude it. So we'll hopefully can try to conclude it in this live, but if not, it's okay. So we'll talk about that later. Stephanie says, "LOL, maybe I'll let you lull me to sleep again." It's okay if it happens again. It's okay, Stephanie. Kirsten, if you're here, hi, Kirsten. Raquel says, "Wait, you said your name." Yes, Raquel. She said, "OMG." Yes, yes. If you guys weren't here, I did reveal. If you guys want to call me by my real name, which is my nickname, Chrissy, but everyone I'm close with calls me Chrissy. So that's why I'm most comfortable. If you guys want to call me by a name, I like to go by Chrissy, not by my real name, technically. But Chrissy is my real name, but I know it's concluded. So I like to go by the name Chrissy. Yes, yes. Sylvia says, "Hello, we'll join your live while doing work." I know, Sylvia, I know. I always catch you when you're doing work, but always nice that you're even able to join. And I did read your message, by the way, Sylvia. And so maybe we could talk about it like live here because she brought up good points to me that I didn't think about. And yeah, I kind of want to talk about it. Hopefully can help Sylvia with what she's going through as well. That's very similar to mine. So Sylvia, I hope you'll still stick around. Raquel says, "Haha, IDKY, that made me happy." Oh, whatever, Raquel. I mean, I'm glad it made you happy. I don't know because yeah, since it was Galen's birthday, I shared a lot of personal stories, and so I decided I should reveal my name on Galen's birthday. And so I did everything I wanted to do on Galen's birthday. So yeah. I'm Chrissy, guys, but you can still call me my K shopper. It's okay. You can still call me DJ Mumni when I'm doing the radio show. It's totally okay. But also, you could call me Chrissy if you want to. Yeah. Raquel says, "Also, I want your scarf." Do you know what this scarf is? It is a Monster X scarf. Can you see there? Yep. It is. This was the scarf they sold at the third fan con, and I love scarves. So when I saw that they were selling this big, nice, thick scarf, I'm like, yes, I want it. So I bought it. And the wording it says is "from beginning to end," which was the theme of the third fan con. This is just the what is that? Just yeah, whatever. Okay. So yeah. So They are no longer selling the scarf, sadly, but yeah, that's one of my favorite. I think it is my favorite Monsta X merch that I ever bought. Yeah, is this scarf, and I love wearing it in the winter cold time, and so I wanted to show it here. Yes, yes. So, anyways, yeah, I was wondering, Rico, if you already knew what kind of scarf this was. Yes, it is a Monsta X scarf. um, um, Candy says, "Oh, Chrissy, you do look like a Chrissy." Thank you, Candy. Even though Candy does know my real name, but yes, I go by my nickname. My whole family calls me Chrissy. All my close friends call me Chrissy. I only use my real name if I'm doing like school things, formal things like school or business. But if I introduce myself to someone, unless I don't want to be friends with them, if I don't want to be friends with them, I go by my real name. But if I think this person I want to be close with, I tell them my name is Chrissy. So I have told Monsta X my name is Chrissy. But when I first met Shaunu, I said to him my real name. That's a story for another day. Oh, maybe I'll share it here. Okay, my first meeting with Shaunu, because I know there's lots of Shaunu fans here. So yeah, I told him my real name actually, but that was because it was the first meeting, and I didn't think I would fall in love with them. So we'll talk about that later. But yes, you guys can call me by my name, Chrissy. I'm very comfortable with you guys, and any future YouTube viewers, you can call me by my nickname, Chrissy, which is most comfortable for me. Yeah, and Candy says such a pretty name. You guys are so sweet. This is the first time everyone has and it. I think you guys are too sweet. This is the first time anyone has ever said my name is pretty. So you guys are just too sweet. But thank you so much. You guys too sweet. Joey says, "Hello, Steph. Have you recovered too?" Yes, and hello, Sarah. Yes, you guys want to chat amongst yourself. I also want to know how are you guys doing. Kirsten says, "Hi again, Kirsten. I've watched so many unboxing videos, but your channel is the most fun to watch." Get out of here, Kirsten. That's the biggest compliment I've ever heard. Thank you so much. The thing is, my videos are so long, so I really understand that people don't want to watch it because they're so long. But Kirsten's saying, it's the most fun to watch. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And we are going to unbox very soon. I just want to finish these comments, and then we're going to unbox my first Kihno and see together what it looks like inside. Raquel says, hee, oh, wait, I didn't know about the nickname. It's so adorable. That's what I thought, Raquel. So yes, that is my nickname and what I usually go by with people I want to be close with. Sylvia says, hee, okay, I think I still around here for a bit. I hope so. Okay, Sylvia, and hopefully, yeah, we could talk about those topics later. Raquel says, obviously, I know. Yes, but I love it. Okay, great. Stephanie says, unfortunately, I haven't gotten so healthy again, but later today, I will finally get my medicine in the mail, so hopefully I'll be healthy in a few days. Good to hear, Stephanie. I really hope that medicine helps. Yes, good. Sylvia says, it's from MX Kingdom. Yes, I was kind of forgetting what was the name of the fan club, but yeah, it was MX Kingdom, so that's the symbol of the kingdom thing, I guess. Yeah, and then this one has the MX logo of, this is the logo of like MX with Monbib, if you guys remember, if you were a fan at that time. But yeah, it's a very my most precious MX merch for sure. And I also like that you can't tell it's Monsta X merch. Like, only Monbibs would know, right? But a regular person would just think I'm wearing a regular scarf, right? So this is the kind of merch I love to wear and buy because it doesn't obviously show that I like to like keep it what's the word? Be what's the word I'm looking for? Be not hiding, but like I don't want it to obviously show I'm a K-pop fan, even though I'm proud to be a Monbebe, of course. But I like to look like a regular person. That's what I mean. Like I want to look like a regular person, but in my fandom merch. So this is like perfect. So that's why I really, really love this scarf. Yeah. So Starship, if you're watching, you should make things like this. But again, like they did, but they never made things like this again. I don't think I've ever bought anything I've liked so far ever since I bought this scarf. So, but it's okay. If Monsta X is leaving Starship soon, hopefully soon. Starship, you don't need to listen. Whatever. Okay, MX. I hope you guys leave soon. Okay, so let me quickly get through these. Okay, Sylvia says, yeah, it's from MX Kingdom. Raquel says, starts getting jealous when you met Shaunu. I know. Don't be jealous. Okay, my story I hope is to hopefully that you guys like my stories, and like you can also like the singers more because I of course I'll only share good stories of Monsta. I don't have any bad stories about them, except Shaunu, sorry, not Shaunu, I am with my post-it, but it's a good ending. But that's all later. Okay, finally, guys, if you've been waiting, we are gonna unbox the Monsta X No Limit Kihno. So we open it like this, of course, just a regular box. The design it looks like the design from version 1, right? Is it version 1 looks like this? I can't remember, sadly, even though I saw it yesterday, but I can't remember. The back looks like this, and like all the credits are here, but then the track names are on the front here. So the first thing we see is this postcard, I guess. Seems like a postcard. Yeah, postcard. Okay, yeah, and then credits in the back here. So that's the front page. Okay, and then we see this new, a second postcard is just a group photo of them. So yeah, so I guess maybe the photos in here are them in the Western outfits. This is version 3. I guess this is like photos from version 3 album. That's okay. I was hoping it wouldn't be, but that's okay. All right. So yeah, the group photo, and then the back just looks like this. That's Monsta X. Like, yeah, yeah, that's it. And it says postcard on the bottom. Interesting. Okay, and then it's like directions of how to use the Kihno or KiT album. Okay, and this is how the actual kit looks like. It's just the same design like it is on the cover, and the back says that. And is that track? No, yeah, that says all the track names. Yeah, great. So that's the Kihno, and then when I take off this plastic, it should be the photo card of which member I get, but we will see it together for the person. Yeah. So I take this off. That's the photo card of the member. So that's how the back looks like. I personally, I kind of want it to be Kihyun, not only because he's my bias, but because in every single Kihno I have gotten so far, I have always luckily gotten Kihyun's photo card. So it would be nice if the streak continues, but if not, it's really okay too. Like, yeah. So we'll see. So let's see together. Who do I get in this first Kihno? Okay, I am. Okay, I got I am before in a keynote before too, but yeah. Okay, interesting. By the way, how this very cute photo of him. I am like squishing his cheeks. Yeah, looks like a little baby, but his hair looks nice. So yeah. Also, is the keynote photo card? Is all of them poking their cheeks? I guess. Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, but then yeah, depending on how Gian looks in it, if I want it, I don't know. Most likely I'll keep it because it has Gian in it. But interesting. Yeah, it's not Kihyun. So, but I am is a contender of being my new magnet though. So very interesting. All right, so that's the suspense on that. But then let's see what are all these photos in here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's just should I start from here? No, I should start from the bottom. So it was like this, right? But I'm gonna start from the bottom of the deck. So it starts with here. So Honey first. Oh, yeah. So again, it's all photos from version 3 album. So I'm not feeling it, but they all look great, of course, but not super feeling it. I can't remember if these were the same photos from the album. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that was also a photo from the album. So okay, they're not really super new. So it's a little bit disappointing. I was hoping they'd be like all new photos. They should be, but not really. Okay, it's a little disappointing. What can we do? Yeah, we have Hyungwon with Junie here. Yeah, so they really went like super like not fancy with this album. Like Starship just that could be a sign they might be leaving soon because they didn't really like invest too much into this album because yes, it's a little bit disappointing. These are kind of like repeat photos like from the actual album. But anyways, yeah, just enjoy how they all look like. Of course, they all look great, but yeah, not into the cowboy outfits is all okay. Yeah, Hyungwon. I remember seeing these photos. So yeah, these are like yeah, just a little bit disappointing. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Like we just have to accept it, guys. Okay. So the only interesting thing is the extra photo card, right? But everyone looks great, and like the quality is like glossy. Can you tell it's glossy? Yeah, it's glossy, and it's a nice quality, of course. But yeah, but the photos are just would have been great if they did version 4 photos. I would have been loving it if it were all like the same photos. But yeah, but we have version 3 instead. It's okay. Yeah, here. That looks new. Is that new? Oh, I can't really remember. That looks new, maybe. Yeah. They all look great, of course, but we've seen these before. Yeah, I feel like we've seen this before. This group shot of them. Yeah. Oh, this is new. Okay, I don't remember them in like the fire behind them. So okay, we have one new photo. Okay, I mean just a few new photos like I've noticed so far. Okay, yeah. I think this is new, I think. Or it's just taken in a different shot, but okay. Then with the fire looking all intense and a little bit scary, but that's the concept. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh no, I think we saw this before, but yeah, just a trio of Minhyuk, Gion, and I am. Yeah, I feel like we saw this before, yeah. Yeah, that looks familiar, yeah. Yeah, it's okay, And I am here. Okay, that's random. So we saw like group shots, and then it goes into I am solo shots. That's an interesting sequence they put this in. Okay. And this is the last photo, and that's it. It seems kind of little, right, guys? That does seem less than ones I remember from before. So Yeah, again, this is how I've been feeling this whole time with this album. Like, the production value of this album, like we can't blame MX for it. Okay, it's their company, whoever. And then I remember someone mentioning like, they joined forces with like the USA company to make this album, which I still don't understand. Like, that should make it better, but maybe it makes it worse. I don't know. So, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's still okay. I still love this album for the songs. Okay, all the songs are great, as we know. I still love Rush Hour so much. It's like I still think it's one of their best title tracks so far. Yeah, but production value for the album, it's okay. And also it's their best selling album so far, but that's because there are like so many different versions. So I assume that's why it is their best selling album. But yeah, but sadly, the production value of it is not super good. So I do have a second one. This one I bought for stock, so that's why I'm gonna open it and see which member photo card is in here. But I did also buy Kihnos for other customers, but I didn't ask them yet if I could open theirs. But also all the Kihnos I ordered didn't all arrive yet. So I didn't ask them yet. But I'll ask them in the future if, like, if one of them is an IM fan. I have an IM photo card, but we'll see. And then we'll see if any of the future Kihnos I get, if a Gion photo card pops in there. But if not, it's okay. So this will be, yeah, the Kihyun bias bad luck still exists, even though it's the day after his birthday. And I guess I was too lucky yesterday because I got Kihyun's photo card in version 4, which is the only photo card I wanted. So maybe my luck has dried out now, and that's okay. So we're gonna look into the second Kihno and see who is the member photo card in here. If it's IM again, because I've been getting IM duplicates in my physical albums. But okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Mini this time. At least it's not a duplicate, but also interesting. It's not Gion. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, how cute he looks there. Yeah. I do remember one customer is a Minyuk bias, who bought a Kihno through us, but I think she will be okay with me opening her Kihno then. Hopefully. I sure hope so. Because, okay, but I hope she comes to watch me later. But yeah, okay, if you guys didn't see it. Yeah, how cute. I'm very curious, how does the Gion one look like? But I'm still wondering, would I really keep it? I mean, I think I would. Of course I would, right? I think I would. But interesting. No Gion Kihno luck this time. But maybe all my luck for Gion was spent yesterday. So it's okay. That's okay. So yeah, it's very interesting. So I'll see in the future, because I still have to do more unboxings later. The jewel case version, of course, I bought. I'm gonna unbox that later, and then I also bought the limited edition version. Of course, I buy it not really because I want it, but just I'm really curious, what does it look like. And also, I don't mind showing it to you guys in an unboxing, and then we see together what it's like. So there will be future unboxings later, and then maybe we will look at those Kihnos if customers allow me to open for them, and see what photo cards are in there. All right, so that finishes the Kihno unboxing. I'll read your comments, and then we'll talk about everything that happened on Gion's birthday yesterday and things that are going to happen today. So yeah, we could talk. I don't know how long we're going to talk, but we'll see. And yeah, so feel free to leave if you are done watching the Kihno. All good, and then stay if you want to still chit chat with us. Raquel says, I was joking. Okay. I love listening to your stories. Okay, I'm glad to hear. So yeah, I need to remember that, saying the Shonu story, because it just reminded me, because I remember I told him my real name. So I should I just say it now? No. I feel like it doesn't. The flow isn't good right now. So let me read these comments, and then I'll most likely remember. Okay. Stephanie says, is it called keeping it on the down low? Yes, Stephanie. Man, see, I am losing all my English expressions, given, I've been living in Korea for so long now. Yeah. And also, I don't usually speak with English native speakers, actually, because I live with my mom, but my mom is a native Korean, right? So if you guys are curious, my whole entire life, since I grew up with my mom in USA, we always spoke in English, because she didn't want to teach us Korean. Okay. So I always spoke with my mom in English ever since I was born. But then once I started to want to learn Korean, and then I got better at Korean, then she started speaking to me in Korean, because she knows I can understand her now. And so it was very interesting. Like, she didn't ask me, it just like naturally happened, because I actually moved to Korea first. So I didn't move to Korea with my mom. I moved to Korea alone. I know I'm a big risk taker. Okay. So anyways, I moved to Korea alone at first. And yeah, so like she knew that I was good at Korean, so she was okay with me moving to Korea. And then later, my mom came to move to Korea, and now we live together in Korea. And so, anyways, yeah, so it was just natural that she just suddenly wanted to speak Korean to me. And also because we're living in Korea together. So she naturally speaks Korean all the time because we're living in Korea. So she speaks to me in Korean, but I speak to her in English because like my speaking in Korean is okay, but I am, I'm fluent in English and I can express myself better in English. So when I want to talk to my mom and I want to talk about it like quickly, because I speak slower in Korean, of course, because it takes a longer time for me to think in Korean. So it wouldn't make the conversation flow too well if I speak to her in Korean. And also, I think my mom's a little bit weird. She can't understand me in Korean because I have an American accent. Sometimes I realize that about her. She's like, "What did you say?" I'm like, "I'm speaking in Korean. Why can't you understand me, mom?" But yeah, so in general, it's always easier for me to speak English to my mom, and thankfully she can understand me in English because she grew up in no, not grew up. She lived in USA for a long time because of us kids. So yeah, but she continues to talk to me in Korean. But sometimes I don't understand what she said in Korean. That sometimes happens, and then she would say it to me in English if I didn't understand her. So that's how I talk with my mom. So every time we go out in public, in Korea, and she's talking to me in Korean, and I talk to her in English, Koreans are always asking, "Why are you guys speaking this way?" Like they're so confused, like how that's possible. But then my mom always explains because she's my daughter. She grew up in USA her whole life, and now we live in Korea. Like she always has to explain this to people with why we talk this way. So it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. But yeah, I would like to one day hopefully speak only Korean to my mom, but it's just so comfortable to speak to her in English. So I don't know if that would ever happen, but that's how we communicate. So anyways, yeah. So me living in Korea, I don't talk to a native English speaker unless I have some friends here in Korea who are native English speakers, but we rarely meet each other because they're busy with their life and I'm busy with my life. I have one friend that's actually going to get married soon. So, but we don't usually hang out or talk, especially during COVID. So, anyways, I'm just explaining why I think my English is like degrading these days. Yeah. So keeping it on the down low. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for reminding me that expression. And that's exactly what I wanted to express. Thank you so much. Sarah says, "What to keep the tradition? Don't really." Okay. What to want to keep the tradition? I think that's what you want to say, Sarah. Don't really want orange hair Gian. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, if he looks cute doing that, like I didn't see what his photo card looks like in the Kino, and I don't really want to be spoiled. I think I should still avoid Twitter. But yeah, so yeah, I'm wondering like how does he look doing that? He probably looks cute, so I have a feeling I might keep it, even if it's orange hair. At least it's not pink. Okay, if it's pink, I'm pretty sure I would never keep any of his pink hair photo cards. Like even from Fighter era when he has pink hair, I have no photo cards with him with pink hair, and I don't want it anyway. So yeah, so I think I could deal with it. So we'll see if I am able to open the future keynotes. I'll let you guys can see later if that time comes. Raquel says, "Oh, cute photo card, yeah, of I am. I assume, yeah, it's cute of him." Sierra says, "OMG, that picture's so cute." I agree. I agree. They picked good poses for the Kino photo card, so that might make people want to buy more of the Kino just to find their member photo card. But then maybe it's cheaper if you buy it from someone or trade with someone for the member you want. But yeah, I know. Good decision on Starship that they chose it. Stephanie says, "Oh man, I was so ready to shout manifestation if you pulled Kihyun. I mean, but it didn't happen. It's okay. But yeah, I think it's interesting. It's the first time Gion doesn't want to appear in my keynote this time. It's okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Raquel says, "I don't like it that much." Oh, the Kino stuff, I guess, right? Raquel says also, "OMG, the fact that there haven't been any restocks from the albums and light stick. What? What? Okay, so I don't know what you mean by restock of the albums. What albums? Like, if you want to explain to me, but the light stick, guys. So I have customers that wanted me to buy the MX light stick for them and ship it to them with their MX albums. But when could have sworn earlier this month it was not sold out. So I was thinking it's okay to buy it later. Like I have never seen it sold out ever since the pandemic started. Okay, so I never saw it sold out online at the Starship store, but then suddenly, like a few days before the comeback, it's sold out. I'm like, that is crazy. What happened? And it's still sold out even until now, and I still have no idea why. Given ever since like 2 years ago, it was never sold out. So I really am so confused what is going on. Unless people are guessing maybe they're making a third version light stick, but I mean, come on. Moss X better be leaving soon. They surely should be. So unless maybe because Monsta X is leaving, that Starship is no longer wanting to produce the light stick anymore. No, come on. And they still have this the tour, I assume the tour in North America is still gonna happen, so people would want to buy the light stick, but now they say it's sold out. I don't know, like, come on, Starship, you just want to make easy money, just make more of the light stick. Come on, I am one of them that needs to buy it for customers. Yeah, I don't know. What? Okay, Kihyun just posted on Instagram just now. Oh, but it says, okay, I wonder if you know this. Since it's the day after Kihyun's birthday, I want to show this to you guys. So he posted this on Instagram. It's what he wrote no caption on it. He has rarely done that with no caption. Okay, so he posted photos from the at Star One magazine. So he is the cover of the magazine. I did buy it already. Very few people have asked me about it, but I buy it just in case for stock. But also I want to keep one for myself. But I was debating if I should show it here, but what he's already showing the photos here. So yeah, that's his cover photo. Yeah, looking great. And like he has like dark orange hair. I think I could accept that more than the light orange hair. So I think it's not bad. And then he posted more photos. This was also posted on Twitter, on the Monsta X Twitter page. So yeah, that's like more orange hair, but he looks handsome. It's all good. Yeah, and then I don't think he's the model for this cosmetic brand. It's called The Sem. It's a Korean cosmetic brand, but I think he's just promoting them only in this magazine, because Hyun has done something like that for like Burt's Bees, but he wasn't the model for Burt's Bees, if any and you guys remember that time. So I think he's just posing, in Star One to just promote this product, but he's not the new model for it. That's my thinking. So don't be thinking we have to like buy all these cosmetics because of Kihyun now. I don't think so. So I think it's just, why he's modeling in this magazine is because of promoting this product. Yeah, wow, he looks so handsome there. Oh my. And then he's holding a random cosmetic, but that is a very, very handsome photo of him. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, I'm sure I'll like this magazine. Yeah, I'm sure if any of you guys, current customers, want this magazine, DM me. I do have extra in stock that I bought beforehand. So, okay, so what were we talking about before Kihyun interrupted us? Okay, yeah, the light stick. Yeah, surely it will restock soon. Like I'm telling the customers that want me to buy for them, like I'm gonna, hopefully it will restock soon. So we're hoping, because some of them want to use it for the North America tour. We're assuming Monsta is going to do it, but I don't know. COVID is like getting more crazy these days everywhere. But yeah, so they want to have the light stick before the tour, and I'm like, yeah, so let's wait a little bit. It's still early, and hopefully, Starship will restock soon. I'm hoping, but right now we're not sure. But also, what albums are sold out? Are you kidding me? Like, are they are they discontinuing making any of their old albums? This is an interesting sign though, guys. That's very interesting. So okay, let's talk about that later. Raquel says, I am thinking they may leave soon. Yeah, Raquel, that's what yeah. Guys, it's interesting. It's interesting. So let's talk more about that later. Raquel says, I really wish we had gotten different photos. Same. So in Fantasia and Love Killer and One of a Kind, if I remember correctly, they had some of the same photos from the album, but if I remember correctly, they were mainly all different. So this is disappointing, Starship. This is disappointing, but could be a sign, maybe because they might be leaving Starship soon. So GOT7. So some, I think it was me. I hope me is here. Me. Okay, but anyways, I think she mentioned how like GOT7, before they left JYP, and like there were hints that they were gonna leave JYP, that their final album was also low budget and not anything fancy. So we're kind of seeing that with MX right now, if this might be the last album before they leave. We're not sure, guys, but prepare for anything. Okay, so that's why I don't mind buying so much of this album, because who knows if this is really the last one. So yeah, guys. Yeah. Okay. Joey says, is low key the word you're looking for? That's me too. I don't know if low key is the word I'm looking for. Like I said, I am a native English speaker, but I really am losing my English the longer I live in Korea. But here's the thing. I still love living in Korea, because whenever I go back to America, even for a few days for a vacation, or if ever that time I have to move back to America, I don't think I will be, in all honesty, but if that time ever comes, when I go back to America and I speak only in English to everyone, I lose my Korean. So I think that's more sad if I lose my Korean ability than losing, a little bit of my English ability. Like as a native, English was my first language, native speaker, I'm pretty sure I'm never gonna forget it. So that's why I really prefer living in Korea, and like I'm forced to use Korean here every single day, and that helps me retain my Korean so that I will never forget it. So that's why I feel pretty sure I'm gonna keep living in Korea. And I don't know what will happen if I ever have to move to USA, but for now, just FYI, I do plan to live here as long as it's still going well for me here. But yeah, is low key the word I'm looking for? I don't know. low budget, I guess, or just very, very nothing special. That's also what I want to say too, right? Do you guys agree with me? But give me good English vocabulary words, please. Like I should also probably read more English books to get my vocabulary back up again. But yeah, anyways, Raquel says, or not that similar photos. Exactly, Raquel, exactly. So yeah, disappointing. But the only good thing is that the photo card is super cute. But that's it. Yeah. Sarah says the no limit is meant for the amount of money Starship expect Monbebe to spend this comeback. Sarah, you speak the truth too often, Sarah. I think you're right. Yeah. I only ordered the sets. That's cool, but that limited version is tempting you. I feel you, Sarah. But of course, don't buy it if you don't. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. It's okay. But I think limited edition. It's gonna get sold out. No, once it's sold out, it will never sell again. So this is the only time you can buy it. So I understand it really tempts fans to buy it. And so Starship knows this, and so they want to no limits on us spending all these albums, and that might be why this is their best selling album so far. But for many reasons, they also like increase in fans as well. We know that as well. Yeah, so guys, don't feel pressured, okay? Just only buy it if you want it and you can afford it. That's always my advice I want to give to you guys. Sarah says, "Add Joey, saying me too." Raquel says, "Minhyuk looks adorable." Of course he does, and yeah, Raquel, her boyfriend is Minhyuk. Of course you would love it. Yeah, looks adorable. Sarah says, "Minhyuk so cute." Of course he is. Stephanie says, "No, his cheekies." Raquel says, "It's been so long since I last practiced Korean." I bet, Raquel. I bet I have forgotten everything. I bet. Unless you go to Korean school every single day in your country, that can definitely help you. But can you afford Korean school every single day? So that's not possible, right? So if you ever plan to move to Korea, of course you have to be forced to use Korean every day. But make sure you have like a good understanding of Korean before moving to Korea, because that would be a struggle. So like but yeah. That's it. Anyone wants that recommendation. But also, if people say this all the time, but if you date a Korean person, so like if in your country you meet a Korean person and you want to date them and you tell them, hey, let's speak only in Korean, that apparently can also help you improve your Korean. But that did not happen to me. I am good at Korean solely because I live here and I'm good at studying. In all honesty, I think I am. So yeah, so that's my take. But people say if you find a Korean boyfriend or girlfriend, if you guys are that and you speak only in Korean to them, that would help you too. So don't think too much about it. Like there are definitely lots of ways that you could improve your Korean even while not living in Korea. So yeah, just my advice for you guys. Sarah says, yeah, want. Okay, I got you, girlfriend. It's all good, the typo. Raquel says, Shine Forever and some other albums haven't been restocked. No way. No way. So not restocked in Starship store, but what about in other Korean music stores? Surely they have it in stock, right? If not, I'm shocked to hear that. Oh my. Okay. Sarah says, "Yeah, I wanted to buy it with the bone. Yes, the 10 light stick with bone. Yeah. But I missed my chance. Sarah, I can't. By the way, I have extra 10 light sticks here. When it was first released, I just thought like I should buy extras just in case, because who knows when it would sell out. But sadly, I should have bought extras of MX light stick. I really didn't think they would sell out, in all honesty. But Starship always surprising us. So but if you guys want any 109.6, I have it in stock. But I think it's still being sold on Highline Store anyway. But yeah, those I have in stock. Any BTS fans here? I also have BTS Lightstick in stock. I don't know, because I think we're all Monbibs here, but I also have BTS Lightstick in stock. But yeah, so I'm kind of a bit bummed. I really didn't think MX Lightstick. Yeah, but let's really hope they restock soon. Surely. If they don't, that's a huge sign that MX is not going to renew with Starship. So yeah, so I guess the only way to get an MX light stick would be through a fellow Monbebe that wants to sell their used light stick, or if there's any like random K-pop store in your country or in Korea that has it new. Yeah, that would be the only way to find it if Starship never restocks it. But I'm still very shocked, about it. Raquel says, I feel the last restock may happen. I want to believe, yeah, but yeah, I feel they are leaving soon. Yeah. I hope no one is sad. I actually really want them to leave Starship, and I really look forward to their future. Like, let's expect anything. Okay, maybe, no, I don't want to believe it, but maybe they want to take a break from singing. Maybe they want to, not be a singer anymore for a few years, but they could come back anytime, But I feel like MX guys, they all love music so much, and also they love their group members a lot. I want to believe they will still pursue their musical career even after leaving Starship. So if you guys remember, all of Sistar left Starship, but Pora, she was a member of Sistar. She didn't really continue a singing career. I'm not sure what she's doing now, but yeah, but she's, I wonder if MX guys will be like her. But then Soyu signed with a new company. She wants to continue singing. Tasom, we're not sure where she's going either, but yeah, we're not sure. But then Hyorin started her own company and making her own singing career like that. But sadly, her singing career hasn't been very popular, sadly, ever since she started her new company. But we don't know. I want to assume all us members, we're going to support MX so much no matter where they end up going, right? So I hope they have confidence in their fandom that no matter what they want to do, that we'll always be here to support them. So I'm hoping for the best. That definitely leaving Starship is the best for them. Yeah. Mm, Stephanie says, "Ooh, the dark orange looks nice." I agree. See, like when Gian has dark hair, even if it's like a dark, orange or no, but not dark red. I mean, he could pull it off. It's still too bright. I don't like bright colors on him. But like, yeah, a dark orange that was okay, or dark purple. He had that before. That was nice. Or dark blue. I think he had that before too. That was also okay. But I'm still a dark brown, black hair enthusiast, of course, on Gian. But yeah, but yeah. So I think I can accept this magazine. Okay, yeah. Breezy says they still have the light stick in stock on Amazon. Okay, then you guys, thank you, Breezy, for letting us know. Amazon and some K-pop stores. Okay, great. Just not G Market or K-pop Town for you. Wow. Still fascinating. But yeah, Breezy, thanks for letting people know if they want to get the light stick, go get them. Okay, yeah. So any customers talking with me after I finish this live, that's when I need to do all working. So I always need to like get out my feelings first before I could like get down to work. So guys, of course, I'm gonna respond to you guys soon about work stuff. And yeah, of course. Um Sarah says, I am waiting for Wano's comeback. Yes, Wano has said he's already working on his new album. So I really am so confused. When is Wano going to go to the military? But he says he's working on a new album soon. So maybe, surely this would be his last album before going to the military. I want to believe so. So, yeah, so at least we have that to look forward to. But keep in mind, he should be going to the military soon. And maybe his season screens. He did say he did make one. And you said, I really want it. I mean, Sarah, he's your bias. Of course you would want it, right? But I always buy their season's greetings just because I love having calendars in my house regardless. And it's nice to like see their picture on it. So I'm going to buy it regardless. But yeah, guys, again, like make sure you can afford it. Of course, that's most important. Like, don't be in debt because of K-pop stuff. Okay, so make sure you have money for it, and hopefully you guys can get the stuff that you want. But Sarah says, so I am not about to spend more. I understand, right? So you can't be spending more. I got you, girlfriend. So you can't spend more, no limit. Totally understandable. You are one of bias, so I get you, girlfriend. So yeah, you do you. Raquel says, I want them to leave too, but maybe do stay together. Yes. Ideally, I want them to leave Starship, but all stay together. I think that's all what we ideally want, right? But we don't know what Monsta X wants. Like, I want them to do what they want to do. Like, I'm sure they know what us fans want. I want to assume they do, but at the end, I hope that they do what they want to do is most important. So that's why I don't want to like give too much pressure on it. Like, of course, I always say what I want, but if they yeah, I will respect whatever they want to do, of course. Mm, Sarah says, I'll be sad only if that will mean them not promoting together anymore. Of course, I understand, but I'll support every decision they will make. I'm exactly the same. Yeah, of course, they'll be sad. Of course, I mean, I'll be sad. I mean, there will be sad times. Yeah, because, I don't think it's possible that we can get everything that we want, right? But yeah, most important is that MX does what they want to do. And yeah, and I'll support them as well. Yeah. Sarah says, Raquel, yeah, same. Raquel says, I love it when you point to the camera. Oh, really? Really? Okay, okay. I mean, okay. Thank you for loving it. Okay. Raquel says, I want a season's greetings, but I don't know which one to get. Oh, girlfriend. And also I don't think Shawnee will be in the new Monsta X season's greetings, sadly. I mean, would be cool if they did prepare that in advance, but I feel like they wouldn't because as a active military person, you can't be working as a singer. So that counts as him working if they sell his product in a season's greetings. I think that would be kind of fishy. But yeah. So yeah, Raquel, it's gonna be a tough decision for you. So you do what's best for you. Raquel says, I love the desk calendar. Same. That's what I'm using here. I love these too. Raquel says, yeah, we'll support them no matter what, to be honest. Glad you guys agree. So let's not think about that. That time will come when it comes, but we don't know what will happen. So once we know what will happen, then we'll talk about it, maybe we'll cry together, maybe we'll be happy together. Let's expect anything, and we'll move forward from there on our new lives with whatever MX guys will become after that. Yeah. So I can't forget my story. So this now I feel like is nice transition to go into this story. So I'll let you guys know how it was with me meeting Shawnee for the first time. So it was my first fan sign with Monsta X. I didn't really know the guys too well. Like, I just liked the song Jealousy. So yeah, this was in 2018. I liked the song Jealousy, and I luckily went into this fan site. And so I just knew, their names, their ages, but I didn't really know them, So I was really such an early fan. And so I went there not really knowing, and I didn't prepare anything to say because I don't have anything I want to say to them. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm just here to get my album signed, and here are some things for you. That's all I prepared. But then yeah, so Shonu, at this fan site, Shonu was the first person of MX, yeah, at this fan site. So he's the first person I met. So he's, yeah, so he was the first person I met. And so meeting him, I did not realize that he was kind of an awkward person. I really knew nothing about their personalities when I went to this fan site. So I didn't know he was an awkward person. And so he was quite awkward when we were there because I didn't say anything. Like, I didn't act like a regular fan. I really had nothing to say. So I was like, just sitting there, just looking at him sign, and then have him answer my post-it and whatnot. But Shonu was very nice, even though I had nothing to say to him. But he started a conversation with me. I was honestly shocked because I have met past K-pop singers before as well, and usually K-pop singers are not that what's the word, are not that friendly, are not that friendly, but also they don't really know what to say because usually the fan would always have something to say, like, I love you, I'm your huge fan, I love this, and of course that's usually what a fan would be like. That's how I kind of made more conversations at later fan sites with Monsta X that I could talk about another time. But anyways, this beginning one, I had nothing to say to them, but Shonu I was surprised that he was starting a conversation with me. And so while I was sitting there, not saying anything, so the first question he asked me is, what's your name? But here's the thing. So I introduced myself as like, I'm from America, but I live in Korea. Here is, my album. So yeah, like I wanted them to like understand why I don't sound Korean because I look Asian. I don't know if I look Korean. That's to someone's that's to each person's perspective if they think I look Korean or not. But I want to explain to them that I'm a foreigner because I don't sound Korean. So told them I'm from America. And I live in Korea. And yeah, so he already knew that I'm from America, so I know English. And so he starts the conversation saying to me in English, and Shonu's English is not the best, but he wanted to try talking English with me. I was like, wow, it was just so interesting. I was just so taken aback. I was really like, wow. So, anyways, so the first question he asked me, it's in English. He asked me, what is your name? I was like, whoa, oh, this is, I don't know. I just was very, I don't know if you guys can relate with me. I hope you guys will meet Shonu one day. Some of you guys might have. I think share your stories with me. I love to hear all kinds of stories of interaction with Monsta X members. Of course, I love to hear it too, as much as I love to tell my own story. So, anyways, yeah, he asked me, what is your name? And then I was just very taken back. So I said, my name is So because I was taken aback, I said my real name. My nickname is Chrissy, but I have a real name. But I'm not gonna tell you guys my real name because I do not want you guys to call me by my real name. Okay, so I don't want to ever say it. So anyways, also it's kind of privacy as well. But anyways, because I was taken aback, I told him that my real name is and then I was like taken aback by myself too. It's like, wow, I can't believe I just told him my real name. But anyways, yeah, I told him my real name, and then and then and then he asked me, where are you from? Yeah, so his English is basic, so he knows these basic introductions in English. So I guess he really just wanted to spark a conversation with me since I had nothing to say. But again, he's so nice and friendly. Yeah, so he said, where are you from? So even though I said I'm from the USA, but he wants to know where exactly I'm from. So I think I've said this already, so it's not too personal, but I'm from San Francisco, California, in USA. And so I told him, oh, I'm from San Francisco. And then he says, oh, okay. And so I don't know if Koreans really know the city San Francisco. Like, it's not as famous as like Los Angeles or New York or something, So I was wondering, does he know San Francisco? So then I asked him back in English. I'm also curious, like, how good is his English? I really didn't know. So I also say back in English, like, do you know San Francisco? So I asked that to him, and then he's like, yeah, I think so. And he's still saying in English to me. He's like, yeah, I think so. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. And then I randomly said, and I forgot. did he say something after that? But I think, yeah, I think so. But I remember I said back to him, it's like, oh, you should do a concert there one day. So okay. Wait. Now I understand why I said that. So he says, yeah, I think so. And he says, no, he said, I think I said no. Okay, sorry. Now remembering. So then I said to him back, still in English. I said, have you been to San Francisco? Because he says like, yeah, I think I know San Francisco. So then I say back to him, have you been there to San Francisco? And he says, oh no, I don't think so. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, you should do a concert there one day. And so I said that to him in English. I hope he understood me, but I said, "Oh, you should do a concert there one day." And he said, "Like, yeah." And so here's the thing. So this is in 2018, right? And new fan. I didn't know anything about them. So here's the thing. They did go to San Francisco in 2017 World Tour. So sadly, Shawnu did not remember he went to San Francisco last year. So it's okay. It's okay. He can't remember all the cities he goes to in USA. It's okay. But they did go to San Francisco before. But sadly, Sean, you forgot. So it's okay. So yeah, so me saying you should do a concert there one day, it actually didn't make sense. But that just shows I really didn't know them at the time I met them for the first time. So yeah. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, so then after we had this conversation, I was really I was just really impressed with him. And so now here's the thing, we still kept talking for a long time. So I think, even though, like I said, like a in-person fan site, it goes so fast per person. But I think because Shawnu is the first person, that the first person you meet is usually the longest time, because you have to wait for like 6 people to go down the line, right? And then so it takes a while. So the first person is actually the longest time you have to talk with them. So I still am talking with Shawnu. So we're still talking, right? And so at this point, stop the English talking. And so I'm looking what he wrote on his post-it. And so I asked him, oh, what did you write on the post-it? Because I cannot read his handwriting. So I want to ask him like, oh, what did you write on the post-it? And so I don't want to say what the question is. It's a little bit personal, but so we're talking about the post-it, and then it went into a conversation about Shawnu's skin tone. So as you guys know, Shawnu is a dark-skinned person. Like, I'm quite pale, right? I'm an Asian pale person, but there are Asians who are naturally like dark skin, and we know that of Shawnu. He looks like a brown bear because of his brown skin tone, right? And so he commented how he has dark skin tone. And so again, I'm a new fan. Okay, so I didn't know how he felt about his skin tone. So I just reacted how I naturally would react when anyone talks about their skin tone. So he's like, oh no, because I'm a dark skinned person. And I was like, what? You do not look dark skinned to me. So I was so surprised him saying that, because I personally don't think he has super dark skin. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Any of my Shawnu bias friends here, let me know what you think. But compared to other Asians, I have met so many Asians and Koreans as well that have the same skin tone as Shawnu. So I don't think he's like unusually dark skinned. He looks like a normal dark skinned person. So I was just so surprised when he mentioned about his dark skin, and I was like no. So we're talking Korean, by the way. So he understands everything. So talking Korean, I'm like, no, you do not look dark skinned. What are you talking about? Like, you look like a normal man, like normal person skin. You are not dark skinned. So I say this to him, and like, I don't know how exactly he reacted, but then he responded to me saying like, but then what about him? And so the person sitting next to him, so the second person I meet in the fan site is Kihyun. So he's pointing to Kihyun, and as you guys know, Kihyun is so pale. I don't know if he's more pale than me. I'm not sure, but he is a very pale person. Okay, so then I was saying to Shawnu, like, you look like a normal dark-skinned person. Like I said, like, usually men are like your skin type. I remember saying that, like, usually men are your skin type, Shawnu. And so then he like points to Gian, but then what about Gian here? He's also a regular Korean man, but he is so pale. And so I don't know if Gian heard me. Okay, sorry, Gian, if you heard me. But I say in response to that, because this is my honest opinion, okay? I say in response to that and also this is my first time meeting Kihyun, so I don't know Kihyun, okay, but I'm just only looking like, his skin is so pale. So then I say to Sean, no, his skin is not normal. Sorry, Kihyun, sorry. So I mean, I rarely meet Korean men, also Asian men in general, who are very, very pale skin. I think that's super rare. So I more commonly see Korean men that are like Shawnu's skin tone. So I was saying very honestly, Guillaume skin type, that is not normal. It's really not. Okay, guys. So I don't know if you guys agree with me or not. If not, it's okay. But just from my experience, okay. So I say to Shawnu, that is not normal of Guillaume skin tone, and then Shawnu did not respond to that. But no, he did. Sorry. So I say that about Kihyun's skin type, right? That is not normal. And I keep saying to Shonu that your skin type is really normal for a man. And then Shonu says that, and then he says, well, okay, well, let me see your skin then. So he's like, let me see yours. Like he says it like that. Let me see yours. So he wanted, I think maybe he was like trying like some fan service, like he wanted to hold my hand or something. I'm not sure, but then he said, okay, well, let me see yours, like your skin. And I'm like, oh no, I'm quite pale. So like I also like agree with myself. Like it's not normal for any person to be as pale as me. So like I didn't want him to have evidence, as in like, there's two pale people here. I'm the dark one, I'm the unusual one. Like he wanted like to have evidence, with my skin type. And I'm like, no, I'm quite pale. And then so I didn't want to like show him my skin. So I was like doing like this, like not to like put out my hand or something. So I'm like, no, I'm quite pale. And then he's like, oh, okay. So like, I'm not sure where he was like really going with this conversation, because I was also very taken aback that he was like, oh, let me see yours, like your skin or something. So yeah, so that was very interesting. That was, so out of all the fan signs I've had with Monsta X, this was the longest time I've ever talked with Shawnee. Okay, so in other fan signs, after that, like we always had like short conversations, but it was never like this much talking. So this is why like it's the most memorable thing I can remember of Shawnee from our first time meeting at a fan sign. And us talking about him not remember going to San Francisco, and then talking about each other's skin tones. So yeah, so I wonder if that affected him. Like I hope that gave him confidence, like if he was always like worried about his skin tone, that I hope that I helped him, that he didn't feel self-conscious about it anymore. But who knows? But I really, if you guys want to explain to me, but yeah, so that was just very interesting. Yeah, my first meeting with Shanu. And I'm pretty sure that was the end. So after that, the end, then I had to move to the next person, Kihyun. So I feel like, yeah, that was the end of the conversation. And I said to like Shonu, like, nice to meet you. I hope to see you next time, just random greetings like that. And then that was the end. Yeah. Wow. Legit, me trying to remember it, it was like 3.5 years ago. Yeah, I can't believe I really talked that much with him. But yeah, it was let me read you guys comments. Okay, Shanu Bias fans, where are you at? I'm really curious what you guys think of my story. Okay. So Sylvia's glad you're still here. So we could go into that next topic if Sylvia, you're still here. So we'll talk about that next. Sylvia says, still thinking if I should get any season's greetings since I don't use them. So Sylvia, if you don't use them, I don't think you should buy it, but you should only buy it if you want to keep it as like a souvenir, because they only sell season screens. It's technically a limited edition item. They only sell it in December, and then they never like restock it for obvious reasons, right? So if you want to keep it as like, it's a limited edition thing, then I think that's fine. But if you really don't care for it, never going to use it, then I don't recommend to buy. I mean, I did not buy a Monsta X season screenings. I forgot what year it was, but I didn't buy it because all the pictures I thought were not cute. Okay, so I was like, as much as I love Monsta X, but like I really want to use the calendar, but I did not think the pictures looked cute, so I decided like I didn't want to buy it. But this MX calendar I wanted to buy because all the photos look so cute, and I still like looking at it a lot. So yeah, so for MX calendar, it depends on how cute it is, if I want it or not. But with Wano, I have a special spot for Wano. I'm always going to buy his season's greetings, in all honesty. So no matter how it looks, I'm still always going to buy Wano. But then MX for me, if it's like really not cute, I'm not going to buy it. So to each their own. Hope that advice helps you. Raquel with emoji. Okay, I guess when I started talking about Shawnee, okay, Raquel says he is so awkward. OMG, I love him. So I did feel that awkwardness at first, but then it like as it progressed, it was like kind of like funny at the end of it. Yeah. So anyways, but you love him for being awkward. I'm glad to hear that. Breezy says, LOL, obviously I will still support them if they go separate ways from Starship. Yeah. I hope they stay together though. Of course, yeah. It'll make me really sad if they break up in the future. Of course, we will all be super sad. I, of course, will be super sad. Like that goes into the conversation from yesterday that actually made me cry. I don't know how many of you guys saw the live I did yesterday, the Midnight Idol remake. So it was all about celebrating Gihyun's birthday, and I cried near the end of it because we talked about a topic that I knew. I knew that it was a sensitive topic, but I didn't think it would make me cry. So I was so shocked that I was crying. And so that's actually the topic that I want to talk about later. And like Sylvia wrote me messages that made me think more things about it that I want to talk about with you guys. So we'll get into that later. And yeah, so sad if they break up. Like me too. I will be sad as well. But of course we'll support them whatever they want to do. Okay. There are some of you guys like commenting, like send me messages about watching. Okay, hopefully you're joining the live soon, but if not, I'm gonna read that later. Okay. Um, um, Raquel says, "My sweet bear, OMG, yes. Sean is a very sweet guy, as we all know. So I'm like confirming for you guys as well. He's so sweet, especially because I'm pretty sure he knew it was our first time meeting each other because he's asked me, what is your name? So I want to assume it's like, oh, this is that they all thought like this is my first time seeing this fan, even though I wasn't really a fan at the time, but this is my first time seeing this girl. So I should like do my best to talk with her. That's why I think maybe that's why Shawnee wanted to try talking with me, because he knew like this me was his first time seeing me, and yeah, he was so nice and friendly. I was still very shocked that he is Sarah says, at Sylvia, me too. I usually only buy things I'll use or really love. I agree. 10 Seasons Green was the only one I ever bought because he was super cute. I mean, true that. And I wanted to really support everything he does. Sarah, again, I agree with you. But even better that you thought his Seasons Greetings is cute, because it really is super cute. Glad it is. And I want to believe his next Seasons Greetings will be super cute too. But yeah, I will always support one in of much of his things as much as I can. But sometimes, I didn't buy a lot of his concert merch actually, because I'm really not into concert merch. Like I said, guys, this is the last thing I bought, like MX merch that I really liked and I wanted to buy. So well, I'll reveal about that later once the concert 10 concert merch arrives. But yeah, so I'm really quite particular. If I know I don't really like it and I'm not going to use it, I'm not going to buy it. So yeah, I think that way with Season Screens. But for 10 though, like unless it's like super ugly, but I doubt he'll ever make something super ugly. So I feel pretty sure I'll buy 10 Season Screens, but then we'll see for MX later. So yeah, anyways, I agree with you. Breezy says, I'm sad he's not going to be on tour. Like, yeah, that's the thing. When they announced that it was postponed to January and February of 2022, I was really thinking, wouldn't Shawnee not be there? I was really thinking he should be enlisting soon. But then I was also thinking, oh well, maybe he probably can postpone until 2022 to the military. But then no, sadly, the government has the final say. I assume they should have the final say that this is Shawnee's deadline to join the military. So they had him join the military at that time. So I'm sure you all weren't expecting that Shawnee was not going to join the tour, right? I was really thinking, maybe Starship knew that he would enlist later, so that's why they made those days, January and February 2022. But no, guess Starship didn't predict it at all. They were probably thinking, oh, most likely we'll have 5 members do the tour, but not tell us, So that's why I still hate Starship so much for so many reasons. But anyways, so right now it's 5 members doing the tour, but honestly, the 93 people should be enlisting soon. Like, even this year in 2021, so many singers born in 1993 have already enlisted. And they say it was their deadline. So that's why they enlisted already. And then one K-pop singer, he's born 1994, and he said as well, this is my deadline to enlist. So I'm enlisting now. He already enlisted this year. So I'm thinking, why are MX guys like, what about them? How are they different from these other K-pop singers that are younger than them? But these K-pop singers say their deadline is now and they're enlisting now. So it's so confusing to me. I really don't know what's going on with MX and their military enlistment, but it makes me think like, will they really be able to do the tour and like not be in trouble with the government about their military enlistment? When exactly is their deadline? I don't know, guys. I don't know. So that's why I'm also thinking, why are they like rushing so much? Like, there's Korean comeback right now, and then 2 weeks later, the English album is coming out, as we know, and then of course they're going to Jingle Ball to promote themselves during Jingle Ball, which they usually do. Please, I hope they stay safe during COVID. I'm still so worried for them going to USA when COVID is still so crazy, as you guys know, and it's even more crazy now in Korea. So it's like really, really concerning. But yeah, but I do get that sense, they have to like finish all these things quickly. But then I don't know. I'm still like wondering, are they really okay to do the tour in January and February 2022? But for now, it's still happening for now. But I'm still always like worried. I'm always worried. But anyways, yeah, we'll see what happens later. And so yeah, Seanu not being on the tour. Yeah. So isn't that weird? 5 members, but then Anyways, yeah, I just wish them the best. Okay, and then Sarah says Nunu is adorable. I agree. Stephanie says he's just the sweetest. Glad you guys agree with my story. Yeah. Raquel says I met him and the members at High Touch. That's cool. And did you have a good time meeting them at High Touch? I mean, I still welcome any stories you have with the members, like even during High Touch, because I've only done one High Touch ever, and that was in USA. But that I actually do have a story from that High Touch, actually, if you guys are curious, but I want to hear you guys High Touch stories first, and then we'll see if like I can say my High Touch story. So yeah, um Raquel says he Shanu is so nice. Yes, as we know, right? So also confirming he is nice. Like first time meeting me, and he didn't think that like would he think that after 3.5 years I would still remember? So if Shanu was watching, like of course I still remember. So yeah, so I'm glad that he made like a very good first impression with me, and that was the beginning of me falling in love with all of MX guys. Like this first meeting, as I revealed yesterday, it was how I fell in love with Kihyun, but it was also from this first fan site I fell in love with each member. Each member gave a very very strong first impression for me, except Hyungwon was a little bit weird. I don't know if you guys want to know my first meeting with Hyungwon. I just remember his was a little bit weird. But everyone else like was quite memorable. But Hyungwon, but no, I didn't have a bad feeling from Hyungwon, but I just felt like Hyungwon, I felt like was like the coldest member out of all the members. But then I realized he wasn't purposely being cold. I realized later that that's just naturally who he is. So should I say all these stories later? It depends on timing. Right now it's like 2:24 p.m. I've been doing this live for an hour. We'll see as time goes on. We'll see. Maybe I should still save the stories for like future lives would be better too, right? So anyways, that's a preview. Okay, only a preview, and then I'll try and make this go faster. Okay. Um Sarah says, yeah, I think so. Why is that so Shanu? I know. I know. As you guys like, yeah, it's so Shanu of him, which I didn't realize at the time, but yeah, it's so him exactly. Raquel says, wait, OMG, you met them when I joined the fandom. Wow. Wait, Raquel, you joined the fandom in 2018 during Jealousy? Cause me too. Me too. Wow, Raquel. Okay, so no, Raquel says, was it the shootout fan sign? No, it was a jealousy fan sign. So a few months after me, you became their fans. No, it was jealousy fan sign. Raquel says, ha ha, Shanu, why am I not surprised he forgot? I know, guys, right? So like when I realized, later after the fan sign, when I looked up, learning more things about them, and then I found out they did go to San Francisco already. I was like, I can't believe Shanu forgot. And it's my hometown, but it's okay. San Francisco is not a super popular USA city, right, guys? You guys agree, given most of you guys are not from USA, it's not super well known, right? So I think it makes sense he would forget. So I forgive you, Shanu. It's okay. But surely by now they remember. They have been to San Francisco now many, many times. So yeah. By the way, sometimes I know it's really random, but sometimes the MX guys in like in Midnight Idol happened before, and in a random V Live, Minhyuk was wearing a San Francisco baseball hat, and I was like, that's so interesting. They have some San Francisco stuff, but then sadly Minhyuk gave away that hat to a fan already. So I was a little bit sad he doesn't have that hat anymore. But I remember in one live, Ian bought a San Francisco hoodie, so I wonder if he still has it. But I don't know. But yeah, but sometimes they mention San Francisco, but I'm like, it is not common for K-pop singers to mention San Francisco. Not like LA or New York, but sometimes yeah they mention it. I'm just like, it makes me like happy because they're mentioning my hometown. But I do find it also kind of weird. Like why would they mention it? But but it makes me happy as a person from San Francisco. Yeah, so I just think what's interesting. If maybe they like San Francisco, I guess from visiting there kind of often. Well, that also makes me happy if they like it too. So yeah, that's random, just random. Yeah. If you guys haven't been to San Francisco before, I highly recommend it. San Francisco is a really beautiful city. I'm really proud to have been born and raised there. Yeah, but it's really pretty. The weather there is usually quite good. Sometimes it's foggy. It's known as the foggy city, but it's really nice for a vacation. I highly recommend it, except it's a very, very expensive city. Probably the same thing as like New York in terms of how expensive it is. So it's expensive, but it's a really nice city to visit if you want to like enjoy some like nice scenery and stuff. Yeah, I just recommend it. Okay, anyways, um, um, Stephanie says, once again reminds me of my own dad. He forgets a lot. Isn't that so funny that Stephanie likes Shanu, but also Shanu reminds her of her dad, and I hope that's also why. Maybe that's why you like him. So funny, but yeah, so cute. Your dad and Shanu are like almost the same person. It's kind of cute. Raquel says, I want to experience that. Raquel, I wish for all Monbibis to meet MX in person, whether in video call, in person. I'm sure is all a wonderful experience. But this was my personal experience. Like, I don't think, you guys will have the same experience as me, but I want to believe you will have like a really good experience talking with MX guys. So they are all really good talking with fans. They usually are, unless they meet a fan they don't like. I'm sure that happens, right? I'm sure that happens. But usually they are all like really really good at talking with fans. So I wish that for every Monbibi that you guys all can experience it. Sylvia says, I bought both MX and 10 season screenings last year since I find the concept cute. Okay, but ended up not using it because I don't want to spoil the calendar. Sylvia, that is super interesting. As long as you want it, okay, you thought it was cute and you bought it and you kept it, even if you don't use it, but you still are happy that you bought it, that's all that matters. So yeah, I don't judge you for that. That's cool actually. Raquel says he has the perfect skin color. Of course, you would say that as a Shonu bias fan. Of course, but I wonder, if regular people like think he's like too dark or something. I wonder, like, did he have like a time like that where people would make fun of his skin or something? I wonder, but after I became a Monsta X fan, I rarely ever hear them talk about their skin color. So I wonder if maybe they are not too like focused about it. But yeah, his skin color not only perfect, but it is so normal. It is not dark at all. It is what a normal Korean guy skin color should be. In all honesty, like Wano skin color, he is so pale. Okay, but that is really, really uncommon, so uncommon. But he is naturally that pale. We all know that. So that is really, really uncommon. Okay, but dark skin Shonyu though, that is more common. All right, if you guys ever come to Korea, you'll see all the Koreans, most of them are dark skin. Okay, so like when he just mentioned like, oh, because I'm a dark skinned person, I was just really shocked he would mention that, and I'm like, you're not that dark at all. Okay, anyways, Raquel says, caramel, beautiful, sun-kissed skin. That is exactly Shawnu's skin color. That is exactly right. It is beautiful. You're exactly right. And I hope he knows it too. Yeah. Breezy says his skin tone is so beautiful. So glad you guys say that. I mean, but we're all Monbibis. We say that, but I hope he didn't get any person saying like, oh, you're too dark. I really hope not. His skin tone is beautiful. Yes, pale skin is also beautiful too. Don't get me wrong. Like I keep criticizing pale skin. It's just uncommon. But all skin color is all beautiful. Even if you're super dark or super pale. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so I hope, everyone appreciates all of their skin tone. Sarah says, wanted to buy Monsta X Season's Greetings so much, but was limited on money at that time, so I only ordered one O's. Don't be sad. I know it's sad, of course, but I remember later, like some people would resell their Season's Greetings if ever you can afford it and you buy it from person reselling it. But don't feel sad. It's okay. I mean, if you guys want, no, I don't think I will resell it. I don't, because I used it. I mean, we'll see when you guys see my stock later. If you see any limited edition things that I'm selling, you guys want it, of course please take it from my stock whenever I post about it. But yeah, but I mean, don't feel too bad. I think it's more important that you should only spend as much as you can afford. Okay, so don't feel bad about it. Sarah says Shawnu's skin is so beautiful. Glad you guys all agree. I'm sure you guys all agree. Breezy saying, ha ha ha, Kihyun is not normal. I hope you guys agreeing with me. It's really not normal to see a guy so pale like him, and pale like Kihyun. Pale like Wano as well. Like Wano. Sorry, why do I keep mixing up their names? I'm so sorry. Minhyuk. Minhyuk is not super pale, but he's definitely normal skin tone. He's not super pale, but his is normal as well, except Shanu is a little on the dark side, but that's still very very normal. Yeah, but super pale is usually not common, so don't get me wrong, Gion and Wano, don't get me wrong. Okay, so hopefully they're not watching me, but yeah. And also fans, if if maybe I strike a nerve, I'm not striking a nerve, I'm really saying it's a fact. Okay, if you guys come to Korea, you'll understand me as well. So yeah, so nothing wrong. Hopefully Guillaume didn't hear me. Hopefully he was like focusing on the fan in front of him and he didn't hear me say that his skin was not normal. But like, surely he wouldn't get offended by it. Surely not. But like, your natural skin tone is beautiful. Whatever you naturally are is beautiful. All right. Yes. Raquel says, no, OMG, he is adorable. I'm glad you guys are falling more in love with him with this story. That's what I was hoping for, that you guys would feel more in love with him, which is, yeah, perfect. Breezy says, haha, I'm like half Irish. Ooh, half Irish heritage. So I'm really, really pale too, with lots of freckles. And that is still beautiful. Okay, because yeah, as a half Irish yeah, that's still beautiful. You are beautiful all the way that you are. And yeah, and like, but you agree with me, being pale is not super common in Asian. But yeah, but for yeah, I feel you, girlfriend. I feel you. And then Stephanie says he I just missed it. Oh no, sorry. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, okay. Okay. Stephanie says he has a common skin tone. Yes. But yeah, she says, but entertainment companies usually pick the tall, pale, thin idols. You are correct. He's only pretty dark in comparison. That is correct again. But he just has a nice tan skin. That is exactly correct. So I do wonder if maybe Shanu was always self-conscious about his skin, because it was interesting why he mentioned, his skin tone to me. It's our first meeting too. So I'm always very, very like intrigued. They want to talk about these things with me in our first meeting. But yeah, I hope I gave him confidence in it. Like, you are so normal, Shanu. I said that, like, I said it like also like very sternly. I'm like, no, Shanu, you are so normal. And so yeah, I hope that did make him feel better. If like maybe he had people like criticize his skin tone. So hopefully by now at least I haven't heard him mention anything about his skin tone like ever again, like in recent comebacks and stuff. So I think surely he knows his skin tone is fine and he's beautiful and he knows it too, right? I want to believe that. Yeah. Raquel said, it makes me sad, to be honest. I feel he does sometimes feel a certain way about his skin tone. That's what I thought. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to hear this from you Shonu Bias fans. Yeah, yeah, but I think recently, right? He never mentioned it a lot after that. You right? I mean, like recently. I'm saying recently. Before he went to the military. I don't think I've ever heard him be self-conscious about it. Like, he went vegan, as we know. So that was the biggest thing. Like him turning vegan. We're like, wow. It's still shocking to me that he was able to give up meat because he really loved meat a lot. He couldn't stop talking about it. So but he suddenly wanted to go vegan, which is great, of course. But yeah. So anyways, but yeah, I don't ever hear anything about him talking about his skin tone again. So I want to believe that he has confidence in it and he's fine. And yeah, going back to Stephanie's comment, like they usually pick the naturally pale singers because that's more beautiful. It's not, of course. I hope they know tan people are also just as beautiful. So yeah, so that's like a sad thing in Korea, that they think pale skin is more beautiful, but natural skin color is beautiful. Okay, so oh yeah. Anyways, Sarah says exactly. Stephanie says the melanin is just exactly. Raquel says, but I want to tell him how beautiful and perfect he is. Raquel, I hope you could say that to him one day. But of course he should know it. Okay, of course he should know it, and hopefully he knows. I want to believe some Mon baby out there have said that to him already. Okay, but I hope you, Raquel, could say that to him in your own words. Would be wonderful. But yeah, I'm sure he knows it. I'm sure he knows it, and he's enjoying his time military service, hanging out with kids. So yeah, I want to believe he's fine, guys. Yeah. Breezy says, I'm a cry. Why? I want to do a fan sign with all the members. I hope you will one day. One day. Whenever that time will be, I want to believe one day. Yeah, I'm rooting for all you guys to do it one day. Breezy says, totes a little jelly you got to meet them. I mean, keep in mind, I got super lucky. Okay. And also I was living in Korea, and like during Jealousy, they weren't super popular yet. So I think that's why I had a good chance of winning the fan sign. But recently I am not going to attempt any of these new fan sites. Like I have nothing to talk about with them. Also, it's so expensive and like so competitive. But like if you guys are going to try to win into the current fan sites, I wish you guys luck. So like video call, I think is better than in-person fan sign, mainly because video calling, it's so much longer. Like I saw it's like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. That is so long, guys. Okay, because fan sign maximum was like 45 seconds. I talked to one member, and like sure it was nice in person, but I really like it was like a blur. I don't even remember clearly how they look like in front of me, so it was such a blur. But I still appreciate I had that experience. But in my opinion, guys, like do the video calls for as long as it's still here because of COVID. Video calls started. So I think video calls are really 2 minutes is really so long. So yeah, so I wish you guys all the luck. Meet them in any way that you can. Video calling is still wonderful. Do it, guys. Okay. But also good luck. But also, careful about spending. It's so expensive, but good luck as always. Raquel says, at least you have talked with your ultimate bias. Raquel has amazing memory. I was remembering, didn't Breezy talk with Minhyuk before? But yeah, because I remember her mentioning, yes, you talked with Minhyuk. You actually did meet him, okay? And like you said everything you want to say to him. So don't be jealous. You already talked with Minhyuk, and he's your ultimate bias. That's wonderful. And seriously, video calling, I feel really is a lot better than in person. So like yeah, enjoy the video call season while we still have it. Sarah says, I want to experience a fan sign too, but I love hearing your stories. Thanks for sharing. That's so, again, that's why I'm happy to share, because I love hearing people's stories too. So tell me your stories anytime. I always will love to hear it. But yeah, but I also have my own stories. And also, these are stories of mine where like it made me love Monsta X more. So that's why I also feel good telling you guys my story, so that you guys can also like feel assured that Monsta X are really great guys, and like you guys will also love them more, which I hope I did for sure, right? Yeah, so yeah, that's why I like to share. So I'm glad that you guys like to hear it too. So yeah, yeah. Candy says, "Oh man, I missed the San Francisco part. It's okay, but I love Shawnu's tan skin. All good, Candy. Yeah. So yeah, just Shawnu forgetting that he already went to San Francisco for a concert before I met them. So when I met them, I didn't really know much about them. So I said to him, did you ever go to San Francisco before? And he said, no, I don't think so. And I was like, oh, you should do a concert there one day. Except turns out he did go to San Francisco the year before I met them. So just Shawnu not remembering San Francisco, and it's okay. So that's briefly what happened. But you love Shawnu's tan skin. Glad you do. Okay, as a Shawnu bias fan, who doesn't love like can you imagine Shawnu as a pale person? It would not suit him, right? I don't want to imagine it. So yeah, so his natural skin, caramel sun-kissed tan skin, it's perfect on him. It's beautiful on him, and hopefully he knows it too. That his skin is beautiful. Yeah. Stephanie says, also, he definitely would be surprised by her skin tone. Okay, I have a pretty pink face. Okay, somewhat goldish hands, and then just covered in blue and green veins. Wow, if he saw my arm, he'd think I was sick. Oh no, or really? Are you really no. First off, MX would never say that. Okay, they would never say that to you. Like MX are really good at talking with fans. They would not say that. Okay, they won't say, "Oh, you look so sick." No, they would say that you look wonderful, that it was nice meeting you, blah, blah. They would, give all the fan service, okay? So don't think that way. So I hope you could meet them one day, of course. I will look forward to you guys' stories when you will meet MX one day. I want to believe will happen one day. Probably not anytime soon because of COVID, right? But I mean, still, if you guys can do video calls, but then it's so expensive and difficult. But I still hope for one day I will hear you guys' stories with MX one day. Joey says, I have no words because I am so jealous. Don't be jealous. I have said many times I've met MX before, you guys, so don't be jealous, okay? And you spoke with Shawnee, her ultimate bias, my love, LOL. Okay, I guess you can, I'm trying to be in your shoes. Okay, when I hear stories of fans meeting Kihyun recently, he's my ultimate bias, and I see the stories on Twitter of them meeting Kihyun. Like, of course I'm jealous too. Yeah, of course I am. But I think though, I always think about I don't want to meet him though. Like I'm jealous because yeah, at this time they get to talk to him, meet him. Like of course I would like to talk and meet him again. But then again, I have nothing I want to say to him. I just would only like to talk to him just because I really love Gion a lot, but still, I don't find fan signs fun anymore. I've had all my fun already, but I definitely don't have the desire to do that again because it's so stressful. Fan signs, even video calling, I'm gonna assume it's the same. It is so stressful, okay, and also doing it because it's so fast. I have gotten sick. Actually, I have gotten sick from one fan sign because I was so stressed out. So I got sick the day after. Yeah, so it's not good for my health. So that's also why I have to remember even though I feel a little bit jealous because of course I would love to talk and meet with them again, but then again, I'm like, no, I really don't want to go through that process again. So anyways, yeah, I mean that's how I feel personally when I hear of people meeting Gion recently. But anyways, yeah. So that's why I don't want you guys to feel jealous for my stories. Just just to enjoy it. I hope you guys just enjoy it. Know that MX guys are great, and I'll always be rooting for you guys to meet them one day too. And you guys one day tell me your stories, and I can't wait to hear it when that day comes. Stephanie says, I love the awkwardness from him. I'm sure I love his awkwardness too, actually. He's one of the funniest members in Monsta X because he's naturally funny, Yeah, and that's one of the things. It gives him a sweet and innocent vibe while still being mature and masculine. That's 100% correct. I think that is so charming about Sean, and I think that's why he has many fans because he has many fans that really like that about him, And yeah, I love it too. Yeah, and you guys all agree with me, I'm sure. Yes. Breezy says, I did. Yeah, so I really can't be too upset, and I have 2 high touch next year. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thinking about your own situation. Yeah, Breezy. Yeah, so don't be. Yeah, you're gonna see them soon, surely. Yeah, the tour. I think the tour will still happen next year, but just be prepared for whatever. But yeah. and just share your story later next time. I would love to hear all you guys' stories, even from High Touch. I would love to hear any fun stories you guys will have in future lives. Lone Fox is here. Welcome, Lone Fox. Happy to see you here. Breezy says, I wonder if they put off the military due to the contracts here. I mean, but then how come that didn't happen with Shanu, you know? So that's why I'm still confused. Yeah, so I was thinking like maybe Shanu enlistment would be in 2022 after he completes his contract, and that's why I thought that's why they made the tour in January, February 2022, right before the contract ends. But then no, then we get sudden news he has to enlist this year in July. So I don't know. So like that's the thing. How come they didn't do that with Shanu? But then for the rest of the guys, maybe because they're a little bit younger. They're only a little bit younger than Shanu, and I guess they're okay for some reason, but it's still so confusing to me. I'm still really confused about it. So we have to wait and see what exactly is going to happen. Sarah says Seo Kang-jun. I remember reading that. Seo Kang-jun is enlisting today. I did not know it was today. He's a great actor, by the way. He's a very good actor. So he's enlisting today. Thank you for letting me know, Sarah. And he was born October 1993. Only 1 month older than Minhyuk and Kihyun. So I can't remember with Seo Kang-jun's case, is it his deadline or is he choosing to enlist now? But I remember reading Korean fans' comments that they were saying like, oh my gosh, this is so sudden. How come he's not doing a drama, like one last drama before he enlists? Like I remember reading comments like, oh my gosh, it's so sudden. But no, so that's why when I read comments like that, I have a feeling maybe it's because it is his deadline and he couldn't fit in a new drama before his deadline, I guess. But wow, Seo Kang-jun, yeah, come back safely after the military. I believe the news said he's doing active military. Yeah, he's like no health issues. He's gonna be an active soldier for his service. But yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm so confused. What exactly is going on with MX military service? And then 10 for sure. Like I still think he's born March 1992, but like I really have no. If he's really born 1993, honestly, I'll be shocked if he really is born 1993 based on like how he acts with people that are born in 1992 and 1991. That's why I really think he's born 1992. But we have to wait and see, guys. I'm still really so confused about MX. Yeah. Breezy says, I didn't get to meet them, but when I saw them at Jingle Ball in 2019, oh, no, that was when 10 left, right? Okay, I was front row, okay, and holding up my poster that said justice for the big, the gang. Yes, the big chess gang. I'll say it like that. The big chess gang. And Shonu was standing backstage. Oh, okay. Wait, let me continue the rest of Breezy comments. Was standing backstage. He saw the poster and was laughing really hard. He pulled the other members over one by one and pointed and laughed at the sign each time. Breezy, what a great story that is. So they okay, but I assume wasn't your poster also because of Wano? So wasn't at that time 111. So you wanted justice for the big chess gang, which Wano is a part of, right? So oh, that's so sweet. They saw your post and they reacted to it. And then Shanu brought okay, that's a great interaction, girlfriend. And also that you brought that you made them see it, and justice for Wano, as during that time we were all rooting for Wano to come back, and thankfully he did come back. So that was a nice interaction. Thank you, Breezy, for letting us know. And thank you for making that poster. It was all worth it. Yes. Candy says, oh, yeah. So, no, your hometown is San Francisco? No, Candy, get out of here. So, okay, you guys don't have to say your personal information if you don't want to, because it's going on internet, as you guys know. But Candy's hometown is also San Francisco. Be quiet, Candy. Candy, we'll talk personal message on that. But then I don't think you responded to my DM. I remember I DM'd you Candy on Twitter. I don't think you responded to me. So it's okay. We have like 5,000 conversations to do with. Okay, Candy, I'm shocked because she's a customer, so I do know where she is, but I did not know her hometown is also Candy, we will talk personally later. Okay, Candy, I am shocked. Okay. So, but Candy says that. Sorry. Candy also says that'd be so crazy if we went to the same elementary school. No, because we're the same age. So me and Candy, we are the same age. I'm pretty sure we didn't go to the same elementary school, but that is really personal information that I don't want to say on the internet. So we'll talk personally about that. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. But I know for sure we didn't go to the same high school because a part of me kind of wants to reveal which high school I went to, because the thing is that high school got closed down last year, sadly. But We'll see. Candy, we'll talk personally later. Okay, okay, okay. Ooh, ooh, okay, okay. So Raquel says, ha ha ha, with the same people winning over and over. I don't think so with that emoji. Raquel, I always get so disappointed when I coincidentally go see a winners page of a fan site and it's the same people always winning. But keep in mind these people they do huge group orders. Like I don't know how they can have so many people join their group order because I personally don't want to help someone win a fan site. I would rather use that money to help me win a fan site, not to help someone that I don't know win a fan site. But for some reason they get many fans that are okay buying the albums because they do sell it cheap. I do understand they sell it cheap and benefits, I guess, so that makes people want to buy it. But they're really okay helping someone that they don't know win a fan sign. Yeah, so I personally just that's my personal issue with it. I don't I'm not a fan of it. But unless these are people that and they want you to win the fan sign, that's why they're helping you win the fan sign. Like I approve of that. If everyone they want to help you win the fan sign, then that's great. And, that's awesome. You don't have to spend so much of your own money to win a fan sign. But yeah. So when I see those same names always winning, I do understand that they, for some reason, can always get people to help them with group orders and win the fan sign. And I do wonder what do the guys, MX guys, think when they see the same fans win a fan sign over and over again. Like, of course they treat you well. Of course they will. It's like, oh hi, nice to see you again, blah blah, blah. And then catching up with them. But I always do think like, are they really like happy? I don't know, but I don't want to speak for them, but like not being able to meet so many new fans because they see the same fans over and over again. Like basically, it feels like their work doing a fan site is only meeting the same fans that are either super rich or able to do big group orders. So like these fan sites are like only for these people, but it's not for like 100% fairness that they're able to meet new fans every single time. Like I wish fan signs, the fan sign stores, they do it 100% fairly and actually have different people join every so often, but they don't, sadly. So it's really unfortunate. And so yeah, so that's why I really so I was very fortunate. The few fan sites that I won was very very lucky, of course. But now I really can't I can't I really don't want to ever try. It's just so impossible. And yeah. Anyways, I wish you guys luck if in the future. I hope in the future you guys can win some. Um um Breezy says, by the way, they showed clips of the Minnesota Jingle Ball on the movie preview. Oh no, wait. And if me and her and her friends were talking about how funny it'd be if her poster ended up on the big screen. Yo, it would be wait. Here's the thing, like, whoever's editing the movie, like if they see that poster, would they think like, oh, that's not appropriate to show? I don't know. Because as we know, they are covering up 10 things in the movie, like, which I'm still not happy about. So I wonder if maybe, they would not show your poster because they think like, oh, we can't show something like that. But if when we go see the movie and if we see that poster, I will remember that was Breezy, and then we could talk spaz about it if we do see it. But I have a feeling maybe, I don't know, because I'm still really not happy of them not showing Wano because that's Monsta X history. They were once a 7-member group, and Wano is still here, and he is not a criminal. So why do they have to cover him up? Yeah. Oh, and Breezy says, yeah, I personally don't think that's a word I can say. So I usually don't swear, but I don't want to say anything that's like too inappropriate. So I'll just call it chest. Yeah, chest. So yeah, the autocorrect did it. I know I assume that was autocorrect, but yeah, I thought it was a funny autocorrect, by the way, but I will call it chest. Yeah. Sarah says, in one of his lives, Wano mentioned how one of his dancers, Tehi, is paler than him. I remember him mentioning that as well. Thank you. Your memory, Sarah, is so amazing. And I was like, wow, that's crazy because Wano is very pale. Yeah. I thought Wano would be the most pale man I ever see, but apparently he met someone that's more pale than him. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I didn't even think that was possible. But you know what? If maybe you see Wano in person, he's actually not that pale. Maybe because in photos and video, it actually makes him look quite pale. But then in person, he's probably like darker than we think. Now that I think about it, maybe I can't really remember. How it was when I met him in person because it's such a fast time. Like I can't really see in those few seconds like how exactly their skin tone was, but I just remember that, yeah, Wano is quite pale. I do think he was paler than Gion, but But yeah, but I think I could kind of believe there could be people more pale than 1-0. Very rare, of course, very, very rare. But yeah, that backup dancer, he met a person that beat him in most pale skin. Amazing. Amazing. Mm, Lone Fox says, I don't think I'll ever be able to talk to any members in real life or video calls, but I'll still support them. That's okay. Like, not being able to, or you don't want to, of course, that's all, on your preference. But I still wish, because, for members to meet their favorite singers, isn't that such, it's something I hope everyone can experience, because it's really something special. So yeah, hopefully in the future they make it, either 100% random to win, so that you don't have to be spending so much money. It's like really 100% random to win. That would be a great one for them to ever do as a fan, if they ever do it. Yeah, so I hope one day, if you guys ever get super lucky as well, to talk with them and experience how it is talking with them. They're all nice guys. That's the only thing I can confirm, is that they're all great, nice, wonderful guys. Yeah. Stephanie says, I look like a 3 flavored ice cream. Oh my goodness, because of my skin tone. That just means more people prefer me. Got that right, Stephanie. I like your humor in that. Yes, more people would prefer you. I actually do like the 3 Neapolitan ice cream, right? Neapolitan ice cream is so delicious. They do not have it in Korea. I can't remember the last time I've had that. Why don't they have this flavor in Korea? Oh my gosh. Yeah, anyways, yeah. I like 3, yeah, so yeah, more people would prefer you, I assume. Yes, I agree. Okay, anyways, Joey says, Shanu being tall, dark, and handsome, perfection. I agree. Him being whatever he is most girls' dream guy. That's why I understand you guys being his bias. Like, I'm not attracted to him in the same way as I am attracted to Gion, so that's the only reason why Gion is my bias, is because I'm most attracted to him in all 7 members. But I understand that Shanu is such a handsome, wonderful, great guy. His personality is great. Okay, how could you not love him? Like, I totally understand so many people wanting to bias him. Okay, I totally understand. Just, we each have our own preference, of course, but really, you guys bias a wonderful person. I don't know how you're gonna get married, in all honesty, because Shonu is really, really so amazing. But yeah, most girls' dream guy, as Joey just said. But we actually need to get into that topic later, because Sylvia, who is a Shonu Bias fan, she sent me personal messages, but I'm not gonna say personally unless Sylvia is okay with me saying it. But she brought up some questions with me, like how I feel about Gian and how she feels about Shonu. We will take a turn soon, guys, of talking more serious. So if you were here yesterday, which made me cry, we will go into that topic, because I do want to hopefully maybe get some more insight from you guys about that. So Breezy says, I love that Shanu gets to work with kids. I know, isn't that so cute? But I always think, isn't that so tiring dealing with kids? Because I one time worked at a summer camp before with elementary kids, and it was so exhausting. I cannot do that again. It was so fun because the kids were so fun, of course, to be with, but it was so exhausting. So I can't imagine for Shanu. I hope he's doing okay. But maybe he's strong enough to handle these kids, which I can believe as well. So you go, Shanu. Yeah. Joey says, OMG, saw Kang Jun today. I didn't hear about that. Oh my gosh, Joey. Okay, now you know. I have met him in person one time during his fan meet. No way, girlfriend. So adorable. He's one of my Korean actor crushes. Wow, Joey. Even though, I wish you could meet Shanu one day, but you met Saw Kang Jun. I have never met an actor before. Okay, so wow, you met him in a fan meet. I mean, I assume he was nice. Was he nice? I'm gonna assume he's nice, but he's such a great actor. But I don't know anything about his personality. But he's one of your Korean actor crushes. And yeah, he joined the military today. I didn't know either, but I knew he was joining soon, but I didn't know it was today. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, don't be sad. He'll be back soon, of course, just like Shanu is. He'll be back soon. Stephanie just mentioned this to me in a DM. She said to me that today is 514 days until Shanu is out of the military. I was like, what a great coincidence. Right after Gian's birthday, 514 days. So FYI, yeah, it will go by so quickly. Okay, yeah. So yeah, hang in there, guys. Stephanie says, I decided to remove that comment. Someone pure like Chrissy can't see that joke. Yeah, I did not see your comments when it gets deleted. Yeah, it says for me here. I don't see it, but yeah, do I'm not super pure. Okay, wait, I am quite pure. Okay, if you guys know you guys will never know my history, but I am quite a pure person, but also I'm quite conservative. You guys know that as well. So I can take the joke. Like I used to have a friend. Sadly, I'm not friends with her anymore. But I used to have a friend who is a potty mouth. Like she just would always swear in every sentence that she says, and I'm like, and she knows I don't swear, but I'm like, I'm totally fine. Like that's your preference. Like you want to swear this much, but like every time she swears, it wasn't like unnecessary. Like it was, reacting to something. Like it was necessary. Well, no, appropriate. Sorry, it was appropriate for her to swear. So I wasn't uncomfortable with it. Like it was appropriate the way that she swears. It wasn't like super unnecessary. So I appreciated that about her, and I always think it was funny. But yeah, but of course she also understood me too, that I don't swear, and we respect each other. But sadly, I'm no longer friends with that person, which still sad to think about. But anyways, friends come and go, as we know. But anyways, if you guys have like weird humor for anything, I most likely could accept it. Like my reaction would probably be like but I can accept it. Okay, don't worry about it. So go ahead and try if you want. um um Breezy says, I did make it for 1-0. I assumed, yeah. It has all their names on the sign. Probably that's another reason why it won't be in the movie. Also a bee and bunny on it. That's also another reason probably they won't do it. But the bee and bunny are the same ones I have tattooed on your arm. That's really sweet. But yeah, makes unless the video editor doesn't notice it, and it shows on the movie. But let's wait and see. I have hope though. I hope so. And so that's really great that Shanu and the rest of the members saw it and they liked it. I'm glad because having the bunny and bee there, I'm glad to hear. Um, Breezy says, "Oh, if it's sorry. Oh, I just lost your comment again. Oh no. Okay. Breezy says, "Oh, if it's new people they don't know, the person they are buying from is doing it for that reason. If it's new people they don't know, the person they are buying from. What does that mean? Breezy, sorry, I don't know what does that mean. Okay, Breezy says, I dislike seeing the same people over and over again get in. I agree. Like sometimes I think it's because I'm jealous. Like in some sense, a little bit jealous, right? We can't help it. Like they get to meet MX guys so many times, but then I also think, isn't that quite greedy? You meet them so many times, but you don't ever think like, oh, I need to stop. Like I want to give other fans a chance to win, but they every time always want to talk to them. But I really think, do they have anything important to talk about? Not really. I think they just only want to do it for the sake of like meeting their favorite singer every time, and they want to be remembered by them. I assume that's also a big thing for them. But for me personally, I really have no desire to talk with them again. That's why I really don't want to go to any fan sign again. I mean, sometimes I do apply to a fan sign, but it's with so little albums. So little albums because I want to believe it's not enough to make me win. But I sometimes do apply into some fan signs because they have a special photo card or something. So I might share that in the future. I bought some things. I didn't win any fan signs, of course, but I bought some albums because I wanted to see how the photo card is. But those haven't arrived to me yet. Wonder why. But anyways, yeah, but I have never won to any fan sign unless by some miracle with the very little albums I buy and I went into a fan sign, I will be like, what? So if that ever happens, of course I'll let you guys know. But for now, still never, and I doubt it's ever gonna happen. But so yeah, but I do understand, yeah, how competitive it is to win anyway. And miracles could happen though. You guys can try and see if you miraculously could win into them. Yeah, but then yeah, so that's why I feel a little bit judgy on the people that win all the time. Like, we recognize their name now. We see the same names over and over again. Um yeah, and but but can you guys like probably understand from their perspective? Like, if you have the ability to win all the time, would you guys act like them and keep wanting to do the same thing over and over again to win all the time because you really want to talk with them all the time? Like can you guys also like relate with them? Like should we really be like disliking them too much? Because but for me personally, I would not do that. So that's why I personally don't like it. But if you guys if we want to be honest with each other, if you don't want to say, it's okay. But sometimes I think maybe people are understanding of them because fans would be like, well, I would be the same too if I was them. So um yeah, but still, I'm yeah, it's not. I personally hope more new fans can talk to Monsta X and not the same people all the time. um um Joey says, OMG, you got to meet him. Saw Kang Jun. Yeah, that's so cool. And yeah, he isn't listening today. Yeah. Candy says, that's actually how I won that 30-second call with Shanu. Yeah, from the concert. Candy has told us about it. It was so cute, her interaction with Shanu. Because it was completely random. That's the way it should be. It was completely random, and I was just lucky to snag one. Candy, that's the way it should be, and that's the one time I assume your only time that you were able to talk with Shanu, and her interaction with him on that 30-second call was very cute. And yeah, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. So that people finally, these people doing group orders and fan sites, they have so much money, so only rich people winning. Yeah, that's the way it should be. It should be. Breezy says, I think we talked about this before, but it's like a running joke in our fandom about how small we are because MX keeps seeing the same people over and over again. I actually did not know that this was a running joke, but that is a funny joke, but also a sad joke at the same time, that Monsta X thinks their fandom is small because the same fans, surely they know their fandom is not small, and surely they know that these fans who keep winning into the fan sites, like they know these fans, how are they able to win each time? Surely they know what they're doing. Honestly, come on. Or, they would just guess, you must be super rich, but also, there are ways that you could win without being super rich as well. So, goodness, goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. What can we do, guys? Raquel says, LOL, I wonder if they will show the LA concert or any USA We Are Here concert with her banners. Raquel banners, are they saying like what? OT7 or saying like Shanu? I wonder, but keep in mind they're probably going to be kind of strict with it because Starship would watch it and make sure everything is okay. That's why 10 is blurred, because Starship would not allow that, of course. So keep that in mind. Like maybe when we watch the movie, we won't be happy at some parts. But I missed 10 time, 3:01 p.m. By the way, I can't believe it's already past 3 p.m. in Korea, but I missed 10 time, 3:01. Right now it's 3:04 p.m. Just wanted to 10 time just passed. But anyways, it's okay. But yeah, yeah, we have to wait till this movie comes out, and then we could definitely talk about it later, guys. Breezy says, I know they'd blur it out, but even if it's blurred out, I'd still be freaking out. Got that right. You still be freaking out. Of course, yeah. I mean, sad, but of course. And we'll freak out with you. Of course, yeah. Breezy says, it's a really big sign. Wow. Also, the cameraman wouldn't leave me. Oh my gosh. And wouldn't leave me and my cousin alone. And we kept flashing on the big screens during the concert. Get out of here. That is awesome. Well worth the work you put into this big poster. We shall see. If it does make it into the movie, of course, that's awesome. And then, even if it's blurred, I mean, I would be so sad. But I mean, we'll wait until the movie comes out. Yes, we will look forward to whatever might happen. Stephanie says, my skin is just very confusing. My sister has paler skin than her. Wow. But mine is much more translucent. Wow. If I tug my skin a bit, you can see veins on your face. That is crazy. That is crazy. I don't think I've ever met a person like that. But if ever one day we can all meet each other in person. But yeah, but no, when you meet, whenever that time will be, when you meet MX in person, I'm sure they're not going to comment about it. They're going to say that you look great and like, thanks for being our fan, blah, blah. They're not going to comment on it. So don't worry about it. But it's just very interesting though. Yeah. Breezy says, Shonu was my original bias. Get out of here. When she first got into MX, but I started watching MX Ray and fell in love with Minhyuk. How could you not fall in love with Minhyuk? Yeah. It's so easy to like bias any of the 7 members. They're all awesome people, as we all know. So I always love talking with like each person's and like who their bias is. It's like, I just love talking about all the members in general, but yeah, but how Minhyuk, grabbed you away from Shonu, I'm not surprised. That's definitely very impressive of Minhyuk, but not surprised he made you, yeah, fall in love with him. That's great. Breezy says, oh, I lost the comment 1 second. Okay, Breezy says, haha, maybe because I have a kid myself. Right. I'm a single mom, so I'm around him all the time, but kids are amazing. Right. If it's your own child, that's different, right? But think about like a group of kids every single day. If any of you guys ever worked at a summer camp or school before, it's tough, man. It's tough. And so sometimes I wonder when I have my own kid, if that does happen, like I want to assume, it will be fine because it's my own child. But I also, think it's so tiring. Isn't it so tiring to fellow moms here? It's tiring, I'm sure, right? But yeah, kudos to all the moms out there. You moms are always awesome. That's why, I take care of my mom a lot. And, like I just know she went through a lot raising, because, I have 2 siblings. So 3 kids. She gave birth to 3 kids, taking care of all of us. Yeah, so I respect my mom a lot and, want to take care of her. Okay, Sylvia says, I'm okay with you sharing my thoughts for Shawnee. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Because I'm very curious how other Monbibis thoughts are too, because it's not a regular topic to be discussed with non-fans. You're right, you're right. It's better like with fellow Monbibis, right? Non-fans would probably think I'm crazy over my idols. Okay. Sadly, I agree with you on that. Okay, because my whole family, they're not into K-pop. So my mom kind of understands me, in terms of like how much I love Monsta X and how much I love Gion. She understands me, but she understands as well. Like I'm not gonna marry Gion one day. It's like it's just me as a fan, he's as a singer. Um, but yeah, but my other family members, like they really could care less. But if I ever tell them my issue with like my issue I have with like going as a fan person, they cannot understand. They would think I'm crazy, of course. So like yeah. I understand. So we are here in a safe space, hopefully with only Monbebes, I assume. But if you're not a Monbebe, it's okay. We welcome all people. If you want to join in our serious conversation kind of soon. I really want to finish these comments first, and then I want to go to the new topic. So I'll go as quickly as possible. But thank you, Sylvia, for your permission, and we'll talk about that soon. Raquel says, I have to go now. It's okay. Of course you need to go. Yeah, thank you for sharing with us. I love you. Let's talk via DM or Instagram. Definitely, for sure. And also, so sad that you're leaving before I get into this next topic, but hopefully, I'll get your thoughts on it later, Raquel. Yeah. Breezy says, LOL, I'm like your friend. Of course, yeah. I have a sorry. You're like my past friend. Okay, I got you. You have a potty mouth too. It's all good. My dad is a retired Navy though. Okay, and he swears a lot. Totally understandable. Okay, if you grow up in a house like that, I did not grow up in a house like that, of course. So as long as like yeah, like I said, I don't have an issue with it unless it's like really unnecessary swearing. It was like someone who's like just a really like rude person just randomly swearing all the time. But if it's like appropriate swearing, that one is totally fine with me. So yeah, I will assume you guys have that. I assume you guys know. So yeah, just FYI. Breezy says bye, Raquel. Yeah, and Breezy says have a good day. Yeah, Raquel, I assume you already left, but bye. Hopefully see you again next time. Stephanie says, yeah, swearing just to swear is often kind of weird. Glad you agree with me. I swear a lot, but it's only to add some more oomph to what I say. Yeah, as long as it's appropriate. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Don't worry, guys. Yeah. Candy says, I've met Backstreet Boys. I know she has. She has met Backstreet Boys so many times, but I'm sure they don't remember her. No, Candy. They surely were okay. Even though Backstreet Boys, of course, they have millions of fans. I assume they do, right? Backstreet Boys is bigger than Monsta X. We know this. Okay, so they meet millions of fans. Yeah, it's probably hard to really remember each fan. I get, but I really, she really has met Backstreet Boys so many times. Just they have like this benefit of like being able to meet them at concerts, which is so awesome. I think that's great that they do that. And so surely they remembered you. Come on. I want to believe that. But Monsta X guys, they have really good memory. I don't know how, but maybe because they only meet like hundreds of fans, maybe. But I think thousands of fans, honestly. But I said my story that I am remembered me, even though it was a few months of the last time I met him, and then a few months after that, he remembered me. That's of course very, very touching. But I really wonder, do they really have good memory, or maybe I probably left a lasting impression on him. Yeah, like Stephanie said this before, I yelled at him across the room. So yeah, I know, but still, I still find that I don't know, like MX guys are just really special guys. They have really yeah. So, anyways, Candy, I want to believe hopefully Shawnee will remember you, but then 30 seconds is so fast. But MX guys, they seem to have really good memory. Stephanie says, although depending on where or who I talk to, I can just naturally swear less. Interesting. Sometimes I'm shush and other times I'm shut the Oh, okay. Again, interesting. Like I really never grew up swearing, even though like, some of my family members, they sometimes do swear, but I think it's because of their friends. They're around friends that naturally, swear. And so they just copy from their friends. But even with my own friends, for some reason, like, they don't, even though I had that one potty mouth friend, but still my friends, if they swear, it doesn't influence me. Like I was most influenced by like, my whole family. And we didn't grow up swearing. And so, yeah, and I'm still like that today now. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel comfortable for me to like ever swear, even like, yeah, it's just the way I was brought up. Yeah. So it's all good. But I totally understand swearing is totally not bad. If you guys swear, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Just do what you're comfortable with. That's most important. Okay, guys. So no worries. Joey says Seo Kang-jun is really adorable and sweet. I'm glad he was. Eyes are so brown. Yes, his eyes are beautiful. Yeah, yeah. He played some games against some fans at the fan meet, and he is so competitive. Then kept doing an idiot-looking face that is so cute. Oh my gosh, he seems cute. Okay, glad to hear how adorable he was and that you had a good time at his fan meet. That's so good to hear. Raquel says, Raquel, you're still here? Okay, Raquel says, I think it is greedy and feeding to their dream of the members falling for them. Oh, right. I wonder if these are the fans that keep wanting to go because they have that greedy but also dream. Yeah. I mean, okay. Falling for them or something like seriously, I don't think they have that much to talk about with them. I agree. I don't know. Maybe I'm jealous. Yeah, of course, understandable. And then she says, "Now, indeed, I'm leaving." But Raquel, okay, I want to comment back to you. But then she says, "See you guys." Okay, so now for sure she's leaving. Okay, but just comment briefly from her comments. Yeah, I know. I think, of course, there are fans out there that have this impression. You meet the singer so many times and you leave, like something will happen between you guys. I mean, if they really think I mean, I can't say it's impossible. Like if a singer really falls in love with a fan, it really, really does, and they want to marry that fan, I will support them if if they really are in love with them, But I mean, do singers really want to marry a fan? Like, they know this fan, ever since, this fan became their fan, and the way that they love MX is not really in like I wonder, I don't know, but yeah, to each their own, but yeah. So I can understand some fans will keep wanting to talk to them to maybe spark something, right? Good luck. Good luck. I can't say it's impossible, but good luck. Okay, and uh yeah. Yeah, so that could be a big reason why they're so gritty to keep talking with them. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Joey says, I feel you there, girl. At Raquel. Yeah. Stephanie says, if I had a lot of money and or lived in Korea, I would try for many fan signs too. Right. But I definitely wouldn't continue trying every time if I've already been to one or two. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, so you understand, yeah, you would try yeah, if it's easy, if you had a lot of money and you lived in Korea, like if it's easy for you to win a fans, like yeah, of course you would want to try many times. Yeah, but you would have a limit. Yeah. I mean, me too. Like I really have no desire to ever talk with them again. Like unless something happens where I need to talk with them about something, then I guess I would really put an effort to win a fan sign. But as of right now, like I really yeah, it would be nice if I could randomly meet them like by luck. That would be awesome. I always would like that instead of me having to work so hard to meet them. I would like if it was just random luck, but when is that ever going to happen? So yeah, but Stephanie, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. Joey says we both being shown new bias. Of course we're jealous. Joey, of course. Yeah, and I totally understand the jealousy too, of course. But yeah, but keep in mind, I hope we don't ever become those kind of fans though. Like, a little bit jealous because we want to talk to MX2, right? But I want us all to be good, loving, understanding fans that are not greedy or selfish or in this imaginary world that we can the more that we talk to them, we're gonna like spark something, so yeah, just whatever happens. I hope that all of MX guys will fall in love with people that they really do love, and we'll get into the new topic soon because this was like kind of falling into the topic of why I cried yesterday when it was Guillaume's birthday. So be right back. Raquel, you just okay. Anyways, okay. Um Wait, is Raquel still here? Raquel is not gone yet. Raquel. Okay, Raquel says, no, girl, OMG, the banners they were holding in the concert photo they post after each concert. Oh, those banners. Yeah, I love those banners. The LA one, they grabbed her banners and took a photo with it. Raquel, you had an interaction with MX then. I never had that happen to me at a concert. Come on, girlfriend. That's awesome. But they took your banners but didn't give it back to you, I assume, right? Which sucks. I hope he gave it back to you. Okay, Raquel, I hope you let us know. Okay, if you're still here, Raquel. Sarah says it's sad because the members keep saying they hope to meet new fans. I do hear them say that too, but the reality is that they probably will meet the same ones and maybe new ones here and there. That's exactly right. Exactly right. So sometimes I do think about that. That time when I first went to their fan sign during jealousy. I mean, keep in mind it was a lot easier to win during jealousy time. But I think maybe that's why they were all like very they all never asked me like, is this your first time? Like, I really thought that's kind of normal. They would ask just to make sure, is this your first time? But I guess maybe even during jealousy, they always saw the same fans over and over again, that they knew for sure that I was a new fan. So new fans to them, I think, is a treat. And so maybe that's why my first meeting with them, it was such a big impressionable one, like maybe that's why they were also excited, like meeting a new fan. Yeah. Yeah, and I was excited meeting them too, of course. So yeah, I really hope they can meet new fans soon. Yeah. Um. Raquel says, "I'll send a photo." Okay. Okay. She sent me something. So yeah, she wants us to look at it. Sure, I will look. Oh, this one. Oh, how cute is that? Okay. But then Raquel, I'm curious if they gave the banner back to you. But yeah. Oh, so she went to this concert. And yeah, and that's the banner that they took from her that I hope they gave back to her. But yeah, it says on the banner, oh, um, because I'm by your side, let's make history together. Oh, that's a really touching word as well. Yeah. Oh, how sweet. Um, Raquel says, hee, Joey, I like you. Okay, great. Um, okay. Okay. Raquel says they gave them each one a banner. Oh, okay. Oh, each one a banner. But then Raquel, didn't you say that the MX guys took? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. The MX guys took your banner. Did I misunderstand you? Okay, everyone at the concert had one. Right. But then I thought you said like um maybe okay. I think I mistook what you said. So they took a photo with them. Okay, wait, no, you said they grabbed your banners. Oh, okay, Raquel, just explain to us next time. It's all good. Okay. Um, Dinosaur is here. Welcome. Long time no see, Dinosaur. She said, regards from Mexico. I remember you're from Mexico. Hola. So yes, welcome again. Joey says at Raquel back at GF. Minyor's Moon is here. Wow, that's so interesting. How you guys can come at this time. Okay, Minyor's Moon, welcome. You've been live. OMG. I have no idea what is this topic, girlfriend. I'm gonna be moving to a new topic soon. So I've been doing this for 2 hours. But I have one last topic to talk about. But Minyor's Moon, you were here yesterday when I cried, right? So is going into that topic. So at least you have if you remember that. And so we're gonna go into that topic soon. Okay. Craven is here. Welcome, Craven. She says, "Hola, yes, hola again." Oh my gosh, time without being able to see you live again. Oh my, stop it. But Craven, happy that you're able to catch me now. Yay. Stephanie says, "I am gonna put down my phone. Okay, and only listen from now on. That's okay. But I will write if something happens. Got you. But also go to sleep anytime, Stephanie. I understand. Okay. Mira Smith says, "Oh, I just looked outside and we have snow." And she hates snow. Okay, you don't need to say where you're from, Minier's Moon, but I like snow. Actually, I like seeing snow fall. But then the thing is, if there's so much snow and you can't walk, that's when it's really tricky. But I personally think snow is just really nice to look at. But of course, it could be really difficult to be in snow. I totally understand. So pros and cons of snow. But apparently it snowed in Korea, but I did not see any snow at all yet. Okay, so I don't know when the snow is coming in Korea, but yeah, I guess very soon, almost December, is gonna be snowing more often now. Yeah. So Raquel, you were sending me messages, but okay, Raquel was not at the concert. Raquel, just explain to us next time. Okay, you go, Raquel. You have to go somewhere. Okay, so go. Okay. Um, mm, Breezy says I have to keep turning my phone down at work, and people keep talking to me. That's right, Breezy. You work at this time. Just do what you gotta do. It's all good, girlfriend. Breezy says, OMG, there are fans like that though. The fans that think they have a shot with MX. Yeah, again, I can't say it's impossible. We really don't know who MX will marry in the future. Who knows if maybe they do fall in love with a fan, right? But still, I'm a realistic thinker. Even as a fan, I always think realistically. Like, unless they truly are in love with me, great. But come on. So yeah. So fans, given that you know who you are as a fan and how they are as a singer, that you think, oh gosh, that's I can't be in their shoes because I have my own thinking, which I know is so different from how they think. So yeah, but there, of course, yeah, fancy, yeah, of course. Stephanie says, for me, it would just be from guilt of taking someone else's spot. Wow, but I mean, that's still very kind of you, I think, Stephanie. When I've already talked to MX a lot before. I mean, I have that feeling too sometimes. Like, I already talked to them a lot. Why do I need to talk with them again? I mean, yeah, that's like part of my thinking too. I have nothing else I want to say to them. So why am I gonna apply to a fan sign? You know? Yeah. So yeah, of course I wish more people can talk to them more, and I'll have my time to talk to MX again whenever that happens, when I feel like it, but also when luck is on my side again. But I definitely am not greedy at all. Like, I have nothing to say to them, but of course would be nice to meet them whenever that would be, but nothing legit. I'm nothing to talk about with them, so why spend that money and all that stress and effort into it? Yeah. Um um Breezy says, I'm sure you know one of them who's a Kihyun bias fan. She's crazy. Breezy, I wonder if we're thinking of the same person. Now, I don't want us to talk behind people's back, okay? So let's still be, you know, good Mon Bibis here, okay? But I know, actually, when I see these names, I actually know them because I have seen them in Korea already. So and we kind of, I kind of know their names because we go to the same events as Monbibs, and we have to like have our names listed somewhere. So yeah, I'm familiar with them because I've seen them in Korea and never talked to them in person before. Never did. Um um but I do remember seeing, like, they tweeted a lot about it, and, like, I appreciate them telling their stories. I still enjoy hearing people's stories of them talking to their favorite singer, but when I know that these people, it's multiple times, and not sure if maybe they're a little bit, thinking, or do they like this for the attention? Why exactly do they do all these things? So I personally then kind of think like, I don't think that this is the kind of fan that I would be friends with. Like, again, the stories are very interesting. They're lovely stories. Of them talking with MX guys, but yeah, definitely not someone I would want to be friends with. And so yeah, so the ones that are crazy, I mean, you know, um, there are fans like that, okay, that that they love the singers so much that they are willing to sacrifice a lot of things for the singers. That's their life, that's their choice. um I definitely can't relate with them, and I definitely don't want to be like them, and they are people that I don't want to be friends with. Yeah, so I hope you guys relate with me. I really hope I'm not offending anyone. That's where I really don't want us to like talk badly about any kind of person. They're still part of the fandom, and I respect everyone's way of how they are as a fan. So yeah, but we each have our own opinion, but I want us to try and be as respectful as possible. But I agree with you, honestly, Breezy, and yeah, let's yeah. Joey says, random topic. This just shocked me. What? So she Googled Seo Kang-jun's height. He is 183 meters. Okay, sorry, 1.83 meters. 1.83 meters. Shanu is 1.81 meters. Seo Kang-jun is taller than Shanu. No. I can imagine now how tall Shanu is because I have a photo with Seo Kang-jun standing beside us. Joey, okay, first off, Joey, I thought Shanu was 1.83 meters. Is he really 1.81? Maybe he didn't update his height. I feel like honestly, Shanu is 1.83 because he's the same height as Hyungwon, and Hyungwon, I'm pretty sure, is 1.83. Right, guys? Right? But I that's a mystery then. But honestly, Joey, I think if Seo Kang-jun is 1.83, I think Shonu as well is 1.83. So you can imagine that's how you would stand next to Shonu's height. Yes, how cute, how cute. Minier Spoon says, honestly, it's frustrating when international Monbibis have chances to have video calls with them, but each member has the same 20 people talking with them. That's also again frustrating again. Yep. I agree with you. I know. When I don't go see them. Like sometimes I just coincidentally see them, or like maybe I just have to like buy something and then I see the announcement there. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. Like when I see that, it's like, man, it's like I see it's the same people again. It's like kind of like what's the word? Annoys me. It annoys me. Yeah, it's like, man, it's like, when will ever like those people not be there? Like I will look forward to the time when finally I don't see those same names anymore, you know? So that's why it like really annoys me. And so I wonder if MX are annoyed with it. I don't know, but yeah, that's why it makes me sad. I want you all to have a chance to experience talking with MX, but when it's always the same 20 people talking to them, yeah, yeah, just Yeah, it's depressing. I know it's depressing, but guys, we just have to hopefully wait for those fans to finally give up. Who knows when they would ever give up, or finally run out of like effort and money. I don't know. Like I don't know. So until maybe when they can finally honestly be randomly picked to win video calls and fan sites whenever that time would ever happen. Yeah, yeah, guys. Okay, let's move on. Okay, Sarah with the emoji to Joey, and then Stephanie says, "I love snow too. Glad you do. We probably won't have any until next year." Okay, global warming is messing with us colder countries. I can assume. I see global warming, climate change here a lot too in Korea. It sucks, guys. Let's do your part to take care of the environment. Don't do things that is harmful to the environment. I hope you guys are aware, but yeah, I try to do my part as well. So yeah, let's hope. And the government will do their part. Let's hope so. Um, Stephanie says, but I love how snow looks and sounds like. Yeah, me too. It sounds like when I walk on it. Yeah, me too. And also, San Francisco, it never snows in San Francisco. So that's why when I saw snow for the first time in Korea, I enjoyed it, of course, a lot. And so I always enjoy it every time when I see snow too. So that's it. My personal thing since I didn't grow up with snow. That's why I like it. Uh, then there's no limit. No limit. I like the pun. Okay, to how many layers you can put on. Correct. That's why I always prefer colder weather as well. Yeah, we all agree on this. Joey says, isn't Hyungwon 1.85 meters? I don't know anymore, but I could have sworn Hyungwon said he was 1.83. But he also keeps saying I'm still growing. I'm like, are you really still growing, Hyungwon? Are you really? But we don't know, but as of right now, I think he's still 1.83. And then Joey says, "Oh no, Google said Hyungwon is 1.83." Okay, I want to believe so, but we don't know if he's still growing. He says he is, but we don't know. Yeah. Breezy says, "I'm sorry, I gotta run too. It's all good. Timing sometimes happens like this. Is all good, guys. Hopefully, see you again next time." Crayfan says, "I don't know why they say that Gion is small." Crayfan, I agree with you. If he would be too tall next to me, and Crayfan is almost 1.65. Girlfriend, yes. So the only reason fans and probably people to think Gion is small is because he's standing next to guys who are over 180 centimeters. Okay, so I mean, of course he's gonna look small, but his height is 1.75, or he says more exactly, he's 174.8 centimeters, but I'm pretty sure he's 175 by now, and he might even be like 176. In all honesty, he could be. So, because if Hyunwon is still growing, Gion might be still growing too. So, anyways, but still, 175 centimeters is not short at all. Okay, that's actually taller than the average male, if I remember correctly, right? So he is quite tall. Okay, and to us Asian, I mean, I don't know if we're all Asian. To us girls in general, we usually are not that tall. Craven is 1.65. I'm 1.61. Okay, so I'm shorter than you, and 1.75 for a man is totally fine for me. As long as the guy is taller than me, I am fine with that. It's definitely awkward to be shorter than 1.61 for a guy. Surely not. So I'm kind of glad I'm not super tall. So any guy at least taller than me is fine. And Gian is the perfect height of 1.75 meters. So yeah, guys, don't say he's small anymore. He is not a small person. And he always keeps saying I'm a large size in clothes. And he is actually quite large. He is. Well, if I remember correctly from when I met him. So he has like a long torso. But then again, I have a short torso, but I remember like standing, sorry, no, sitting in front of him. And when Guillaume like was sitting like upright and I was also sitting upright, his torso was like way bigger than mine. I remember that. So he is really a tall person. He really is. Yeah. Um um Sarah says, "Oh my gosh, I know that's in the news right now. I saw it this morning." Sarah, Park Shin-hye, she is a very famous Korean actress, is married. I think she's going to get married, but the news is that she announced she's pregnant. Yeah, she's Park Shin-hye is the same age as me, by the way. So she's 31 years old. She's pregnant. Good for her to start her family and marriage right now. Good news for her. Yeah. Sorry for the random topic. I just saw this on my timeline. All good. And actually, I was wondering if you guys were interested in like Korean news, entertainment news like this. But yes, she's a very famous actress. Good for her. So I believe she's pregnant right now, and so with her soon to be husband, they, yeah, but anyways, but they're gonna get married now because of her being pregnant. It's okay, it happens. Okay, but anyways, I believe she's marrying also an actor. I forgot his name, but I'm not familiar with this actor, but I believe she's also marrying an actor. So Wish them all the best. Hope it's a happy family and marriage. Sarah says he is shorter than the members, but he is not small. That is correct about Kihyun. Exactly right, Sarah. And Stephanie says, how can they still grow at this age? I don't know, Stephanie. Apparently they are. We don't know. Okay. I stopped growing at like 16, 17, girlfriend. I'm pretty sure I stopped growing at like 14, so I know. What can we do? Because we're girls. It's okay. And Sarah says, these Gion is small jokes should really stop. I'm so glad you guys are not into the Gion small jokes. When I see fans make jokes about him being small, like Korean fans do it, international fans do it, I'm just like, he's really not a small person. Like Uji from 17, he is small, but the fans I think love him for being small. Okay. And so, however they are talking about for Uji of 17, he's like not that much taller than me. I think he's definitely 160 something. So anyways, yeah, but Gion, he's 175 centimeters. That is not short at all. He is fine. He is totally fine. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm glad we're in the Gion forehead club, and we're also in the Gion not small club. I'm glad to hear this, guys. Thank you that we're supporters of it. Sarah says, ask Stephanie. My question's exactly how. I don't know. Some kind of weird Korean gene. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So yeah, fine. Wow, finally I just read through all the comments. So this is the last topic. I know I technically should go, but I really need to talk about this topic, especially if Sylvia is still here. I hope she's still here. So some of the messages that Sylvia personally sent to me is that she watched the replay of the live I did yesterday celebrating Guillaume's birthday, and the part where I cried. So if you weren't here about why I cried, so I didn't expect to cry. I'm really not easy at crying, but me crying talking about that, it was over just something I think about often. Honestly, I do. It's like, when will the end happen, when I no longer can like Guillaume as much as I do now, or when he stops being a singer and, like, I can't be his fan anymore, or the time when he marries someone, or when I marry someone. Like, if we end up marrying, different, of course we will, yeah, marrying, marry off somewhere, hopefully we will, but then we may stay single forever, who knows. Anyways, but at that point as well, like, I would treat him differently, because he's married to someone, and he should give his love to his wife, and also he needs to, like, somehow have a balance of, like, what kind of love he can give to the fans, because right now Gian being, I assume he is single. He could be dating, we don't know, but I assume he is single. The way that he treats fans is really like a girlfriend, right, guys? You guys know this, right? So he really treats us fans like girlfriends. So of course it's so romantic and it's so nice, but I still always think it's so dangerous, and maybe that's also why I have these feelings for him is so, like, deep, because, like, he is really such a sweet, romantic, nice guy, and, like, I of course don't regret at all that he's my ultimate bias, but I do think about, like, when that day comes when I have to, like, grow farther apart from him. It made me so sad that it made me cry. So thankfully I'm not crying now. Hopefully it's not gonna make me cry again, but I think I got my tears out yesterday, so it's not gonna make me cry again. I sure hope not. So anyways, yeah, so that made me cry a lot. I wasn't expecting, like, just imagining that time when I have to say, goodbye to Gihyun and, like, drift apart from him, and you know, yeah. So anyways, yeah, that made me cry. And so Sylvia watched that part, and then she commented to me that she also thought that way too. So her bias is Shanu, and she thinks about, like, if one day Shanu announces he has a kid. I mean, like how Park Shin-hye did. Park Shin-hye, we didn't even know she was dating. She just suddenly announced, hey, I'm pregnant and I'm gonna marry this guy, and then all the fans hopefully are supporting her, and, like, they're not heartbroken or anything, hopefully not, but she's an actress, is different, reacting that way to an actress. But then for a K-pop singer, like, the relationship we develop, with K-pop singers and us as the fan, it's really gray area, right, guys? That's why we have some crazy fans out there thinking they have a shot to be with the singer, but the singer's kind of asking for it because they really treat us like their girlfriends, so how can you not have that happen with some crazy fans, so yeah, so yeah, Sylvia, yeah, she's still here. I'm glad you're still here. She's having lunch now. Awesome. Great timing, I guess. Yeah, so yeah, she mentioned those, and then she also mentioned some things that I didn't think about, which was um um yeah, so I think we could probably talk about it. It's like our love lives. Okay, so, like, Sylvia, like, relates me as in, like, we don't have a love life right now, but then sometimes I guess we feel like liking this K-pop singer and them treating us like girlfriends is, like, filling up that, like, hole in us. Like, we feel like we're in a relationship even though we're single, but then also, like, we don't have a really I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with our love lives. I don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, you guys say like, I'm pretty, which is really nice of you. Okay, I really appreciate the compliment. But being pretty does not help you get a relationship. Okay, you have to really, mesh well with a person. So I have dated many guys already, like, but sadly, none of them I meshed well with, and also none of them ever said I was pretty. So if you guys watched it my live yesterday, Gian is the only man to, but he's a singer, so I don't know how to take it seriously or not. But he's the only man in my life that ever called me pretty. So yeah, yeah. So so then Sylvia mentioned how, like, if Shanu does get married, he will eventually, right? He will eventually get married. Like how she will feel, like, like that emptiness might come out. Sylvia, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to remember this from memory. Um yeah, I mean, yeah, that is gonna, yeah, that's gonna be tough. So then, with how I reacted, why I cried, if, yeah, I need to, like, drift apart from Gian, is that, I've spent like 4 years of my life, loving him as my ultimate bias. And of course I love MX all the same, like, such a strong attachment with them, just super strong attachment with them. And then to suddenly, like, have to, like, yeah, end it in some way. And we're all gonna get married eventually, hopefully, and like, how are we gonna deal with that? Yeah, yeah, so that's really sometimes a dangerous thing of being a K-pop fan, right? Yeah, non-K-pop fans can't relate with us, so I hope we all understand each other. Like, being a K-pop fan could be dangerous, right? And so that's why I think about it often, like, when this end will happen, how will I be able to handle it? Yeah, the end of this time for me of being a Monster X fan, and also Gian, my bias, and all, yeah. Mm, I don't know where I'm going with this, but just coming from yesterday's topic, I don't feel like we really, like, concluded it anyway, because I really couldn't stop crying. Every time I was thinking about it, I was like, oh my gosh, the tears kept falling. But yeah, but now, yeah, I feel better somehow. I don't know, maybe because it's not Guillaume's birthday anymore. Maybe, yeah, being on Guillaume's birthday made me more emotional. Yeah. So yeah, sadly, I really don't think we all have an answer for it, right? Like, when that day comes, like, surely that day will come, right? When we get married and we no longer become, like, as strong a fan, or when they get married, and that will make us, like, drift apart from them. Um, mm, yeah, yeah. So yeah, sadly, ugh, I wish I have an answer to this. Like, I don't feel good when I can't conclude on something. So I still feel, yeah, this one we can't really conclude on. But it's something we always think about. Yeah, we do. And like Sylvia relating with me, she thinks about it too. And it's scary to think about. Yeah, of course. And I don't know. I don't know. Man. So yeah, so I really wonder how our future will be. And yeah, if they, um don't renew with Starship, what will that new future be with Moss X as well? And then, with them we have to wait for them to come out of the military again, and then yeah, so we still have a few years before we have to really think about that moment when we have to, like, break away from them. But for now, I think we still have a few years left, hopefully. Um and yeah, yeah, so let's, yeah, maybe let's not think about it for now, but just if ever, like, we could help each other feel better. I don't know how. Right? I'm still, like, yeah, still debating about it. I don't know. Okay, so let me read you guys comments. Do you have any comments about it? Stephanie says Uji actually is small. Yes, but he's still taller than you, Stephanie. It's okay. It's okay. Actually, that's good. That would make Uji feel better that he is at least taller than some girls. That's great. Sarah says Jihoon, who is Uji's real name. Jihoon is so cute, and yeah, he is short. And Gino from Pentagon is also short. Yeah, so Gion is not that short, not at all. He is taller than the average male. He is fine. Yeah. Yeah. So Sylvia is still here. Crayfan says any member knows how to beautifully highlight their stature and beauty perfectly. Oh, I agree with you, Crayfan. Of course, yeah, I mean, they're technically trained that way, them to become a singer, and then the way that they get trained by their company, not only singing and dancing, but how you carry yourself, and like how you should talk and like act, and you shouldn't do anything bad because you have a reputation that is basically your career. So you do things that don't ruin your reputation. So that's why, I guess that's why singers are such an ideal person, I guess, because they are trained to be an ideal person. I kind of almost forgot about that. So yeah, keep that in mind. Like I think MX guys, they're naturally were kind, and I want to believe that. But definitely being a singer helped them like be more kind because I have met many singers. Okay, I can't share those stories with you sadly, but I have met many K-pop singers, and none of them are as nice or friendly as Monsta X. None of them I've ever met act like Monsta X. Like Monsta X are truly one of a kind. They are so nice, so friendly, and they really like treat the fans really, really well. Even if it's your first time, like they didn't really know you, and I was not acting like a fan. I was kind of acting like I don't really know them, which was true. And but they still treated me super kindly. But then I have met other K-pop singers where like they treated me normal, like not kind but not bad, just treated me super normal, and it made me not fall in love with any of them. Like none of them ever try to impress me to fall in love with them. Like they were just they're doing their job, like talking to me how they would talk to any fan, in my opinion, just really, really, just really standard. So almost like a robot, almost, almost like a robot. So that's why after I had those interactions with other K-pop singers, like it made me love Monsta X even more because of realizing, wow, like them, the way that they talk to fans and treat fans is so unique, so special. And I want to believe that is because they generally come from as good-hearted people. If you guys remember my past stories of the MX guys, I really, really want to believe they are all such good-hearted people, and that's why I still love them and still want to be their fan as long as they are still very good-hearted, wonderful people. Um, yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know how I got into that. Okay, anyways, Sarah says, "Goodness, I still remember what happened with Sungmin from Super Junior and Chongdae or Chen from EXO." Okay, sadly, those are the sad stories. Yeah, so keep in mind, Changmin from TVXQ, he announced his marriage, and he is still doing fine. Not as super big fandom as before, I'm sure, but all his fans seem to really still like him, and grow apart in some sense because he's now a married man, but but they still like him as a singer, and that's okay. So for me, except for Gian, all the rest of the MX members, if they get married, I would still love them as a fan. Like I definitely, I don't feel so deeply in love with them like how I am with Gian, and so like the other MX guys, I'll be fine, but with Gian would definitely be most difficult. So anyways, yeah, so what happened with Sungmin? Okay, so the fans were upset because like he was posting things that, fans thought that, they thought he was posting those things for the fans, but actually he was posting those things for his future wife. So that is a big no-no. Please, if any K-pop singers are watching me, please don't do that. You should not be posting things, and fans thinking, "Oh, yeah, he's doing these things like so nice as for the fans," except they find out you did that for your future, your fiance at the time, and then find out you're getting married to this person, and then that's terrible. So like hopefully Gion is never doing things like that. Any of the MX members that they post some things but it's actually for their girlfriend but not for fans, that is so bad. Okay, so that's sadly why Sungmin's career right now is still not that good. Like that, he should not have done that. Okay, and then Chen from EXO, it was so sudden. That's the thing. It was so sudden. I don't think he did what Sungmin did. I except the EXO fandom are really, really crazy. I guess that's the only word I could think of. They are quite crazy and really, really big, right? You guys know, like EXO fans. Hopefully, um, so I think, just suddenly hearing like, oh wow, Chen was in a relationship, but then how long was he in this relationship? But he was treating fans like girlfriends, So like that's the thing. Like, don't be treating fans this way when you're secretly dating. Like, you just need to be so careful as a K-pop singer, how you can date and still be a singer at the same time and like giving love to your fans, but not have it be seen in a bad way. So I'm not too sure what exactly Chen did to like have that happen. But I think his fandom is still there. I think so. But it's definitely smaller, of course, smaller. But that is meant to happen when you're married, and he has two kids now. One on the way, so he's gonna have two kids. Um, yeah, so fans, of course, if they have that barrier, like they can accept him like only as a singer, but not more than that, then I assume these are the fans that stay with the singer. So that's how I feel with MX guys. But okay, with Gian, whenever he gets married, when I get married, I would still think I can still be his fan. I do want to believe I will. Like I want to listen to his future songs and stuff. But then but just definitely I will grow apart in love. Like I don't think I will love him the same as I do right now. So what the love I have for him is like so big and I can't control it. The love I have for Gian is really, really too big. And I can't, I can't control who I love. Okay. So my love for him is really too big. But then, if when I get married, of course I can't love him that way anymore. And then if he gets married, then I feel weird to love this way to a married man. I don't feel comfortable with that. Um so yeah, so I still feel like I need to prepare myself for that time. But I just hope he announces his marriage in the best way possible. I sure hope so, and I hope for all of them to meet the love of their life. I hope they marry great people. If they end up marrying someone that's not a great person, then I'll be like, ugh, how, like, come on, like, how can you marry this person who's not that great? But hopefully they are gonna marry wonderful people. So yeah, but we'll see. But maybe they'll remain single forever. So I think God guys, they're all in their 40s. All of them are not, except one guy. Except one guy. Most of them are not married. Super Junior, they're all in late 30s. They say they want to get married and have kids, but they're in their late 30s now, and most of them are not married. Only Sungmin from Super Junior. So yeah, but maybe Amex may remain single for the rest of their life. It's possible, but sorry. Yeah, it's possible, but I don't know. I don't know. Um, okay. Sylvia says, same here. Thinking about this, but Monster X instead scares me a lot. Yeah, yeah. So I want to prepare if that does happen, but it may not happen. We don't know, guys. So, yeah. I'm not sick. I don't think I'm sick. In wintertime in Korea, the air is a lot drier, so actually, I need to turn on my humidifier soon. But so yeah, I think just because the air is dry made my throat dry. I know it's off topic, but I want to explain briefly that why the MX guys are currently sick, and they're going to be on the show later tonight. The show, music show at 6 p.m. But I know there's a YouTube link, so you guys can watch the YouTube stream from the official show YouTube channel. So they are still going to perform on the show today. But three of the guys, Minhyuk, I am, and Hyungwon, they're sick because this past weekend we had such bad air quality. If you guys were here in my past lives, I didn't want to go outside because of the bad air quality. So such bad air quality, but sadly MX guys, they had to be working out there in bad air quality, and they sometimes have to perform, they perform with no mask on, and so they most likely breathe in lots of bad air. And so sadly I am was quite sick. So I saw the radio show this morning. He was coughing every so often. He's sadly sick. So hopefully they'll be okay on the music show today, but I'm a little bit worried for them, but hopefully they'll be okay. And then Hyungwon, he also seemed a little bit not too much energy, so he's also kind of sick. And then Minhyuk as well, at least Gion says that Minhyuk is a bit sick as well, and so hopefully they'll get better. But yeah, that's why it was such unfortunate timing, the bad air quality during that weekend. Let's talk more about that later. So I want to conclude this conversation first. I shouldn't have changed topics, I'm sorry, but yeah, let's hope MX guys will be okay. um Sarah says, I do believe they are naturally kind hearted. Thank you that you say that. And I say this from my experience of meeting them. Like, they have always seemed such good, kind hearted people. And I want to believe you cannot fake that. That is so hard to fake, right? But I never felt they were being fake. So that's why I still really love them so much as the people they are, more than singers. They are wonderfully so nice, such kind hearted people. Renee is here. Long time no see, Renee, and I hope you're okay with this tough topic we're talking about. But Renee, welcome. She says, I'm here just to see the pretty lady. Can you stop it? Pretty lady with the beautiful hair. Okay, thank you. And charming face. Renee, are you gonna be my new flirtatious viewer here? My goodness, Renee, but thank you very much. You guys are always so kind. Thank you guys. Stop it. Sarah says, yeah, I am scared too. I don't want the members to face that. Yeah, same. Same, so as long as they do it well, hopefully they do it well when they announce when they get married. Hopefully they didn't make the person pregnant first and then get married. I mean, usually celebrities have been doing that these days, but that's really not a good look that you knocked up a person and then you get married after. So I mean, hopefully, they announce their marriage well, okay, and no, basically what Changmin did. Changmin did not they don't have kids as far as I know. Changmin and his wife, they don't have kids, but he just wanted to marry her. He fell in love with her, and I was like, I'm marrying her. Hope everyone can understand, and he still wants to continue his career though, but he really wanted to marry this person. I'm glad he did. Um yeah. Yeah, so I feel like Changmin did it the best as far as I can see. Yeah. Um Angela, welcome. Hi. Angela says, in all my K-pop fan years, I never allowed myself to fall down the delusional train. Glad you don't. We as K-pop fans, we have to be careful, okay? Although 10 fits 10 out of 10, her ideal type. Gosh, 10 is a really too amazing. I know this as well. Even though he's not my bias, he really is a wonderful person. I totally understand like ideal type. I know that type of person doesn't really exist for her. I know. I do wonder if any regular man out there that you guys hopefully can meet a man out there who is, like a 10, but I mean 10 is so rare, right? I really have yet to ever meet a man like 10. So I understand. Yeah, so I can't say Gion is my ideal type. So like he fits it the best. So he fits my ideal type the best, but he's not exactly my ideal type. But I'm so attracted to how he looks. So that's already like fits for me. Like I rarely like meet a guy where like I'm so attracted to his looks. So like Gion for some reason he has all the looks that I love in a person, like just visually. So he fits the looks for me, but personality he fits like 80% of it because I've said he has flaws that I'm still working on to accept. But I like 80% of his personality. That's still a lot, and yeah, and just I just also just can't forget that he was just very very kind to me, like just the way that he talks with me at all the moments where we talk with each other. He was always really attentive. He was very nice and sweet, and I have never like all of MX guys were also sweet and attentive to me, of course, but like Gion was like a lot more than the other MX guys. Like it was so much more, and I just really just can't forget like he was just so much more than the other members. So I think also because I felt like was kind of reciprocated in some way. Like I like you, but you also are showing me, some things as well that made me really like him too, and that's why he's my ultimate bias. So in the future I would love to share some more stuff that happened between me and Gion that keeps solidifying him to be my bias. Just he's very very just very very kind to me. He's really like, again, all the MX guys were kind to me, but like Gion was just so much, like just really, really a lot more than any other person, any other singer I've ever met, any person in general. He was just really too kind to me. So, anyways, that'll be stories another time. But then again, I kind of want to share because it's the day after his birthday. But I really need to go soon, like finish my work because it's almost 4 p.m. in Korea right now. I will do more lives this week. Okay, maybe I'll celebrate Guillaume's birthday all this week. Might as well, right, guys? Since he's my ultimate bias, and I have so many stories and things I want to talk about and get feedback as well from you guys. So, okay, let's move on. Okay, where was I? Okay, Sarah says, yeah, you say his real name, but I don't know if people are familiar with his real name, so I'm gonna go by his stage name. But you say however you want to say about Chen. So Chen's wedding announcement was indeed sudden. Same as Bobby. I totally forgot Bobby as well. So I don't know how his fandom is doing, but did Bobby get her pregnant and then they're married, right? I think that was yeah. Come on, K-pop singer, come on. Okay, but anyways, Bobby, yeah. But I just don't understand the pure hate he got. Oh no. I don't know much about the Bobby situation. So if maybe he, posted things that were for fans but ended up being for his girlfriend, that's the biggest thing I know that would make the fans upset. Or like he was hiding it in some way that was really not good. You could stay secret, but never have the fans like guess, but maybe he did something that made fans suspicious he was dating, but he never wanted to be honest about it. That's also can cause hate for it. So it's so hard to date as a K-pop singer. That's why it's safer just to not date at all, unless you really love this person. Then you should just come out front with the fans. Just say like, hey guys, I met someone who I really love. I just want to let you guys know first so that you don't get any bad impressions about me. Like seriously, that's best. But then K-pop singers think they could hide it for as long as possible, but then sadly deal with the consequence. That's my guess as to that Bobby most likely didn't handle it well, and the fans, yeah, right. You have to really be careful about it. Angela says, basically, I always viewed my bias slash ultimate groups as part of the family and never with romantic interest, which I know is kind of rare. That is rare, but that is perfect. That is perfect. But here's the thing. So I love my family a lot too. So I think MX is like not as much as my family. Of course, I love my family more than Monsta X. Like I didn't go to a Monsta X concert because I prioritize my family more instead of Monsta X. So yeah, so I always family comes first for me. But I still love Monsta X a lot. But where was I going with this? Yeah, so I just don't see them exactly as family. So like the thing is like with even my own family members, if I have to like say goodbye to them, even though I will see them again eventually, but when I say goodbye to them, because they live in USA and I'm in Korea, I always cry when I say goodbye to them at the airport. Always. So like I'm overall very sensitive to saying goodbye to someone when I really love them. So like that's why I cried yesterday, is that I was imagining, Gion, this guy that I really, really love, different scale to family, of course, but like yeah, I really, really love Gian, and just imagining saying goodbye to him, having to drift away, made me emotional to cry. And so yeah, so how much I love Gian, definitely not as much as my family, but the amount of love I have for him is like the first time I ever loved a person who is not my family, I guess. I love my friends, but I love my friends like a totally different level, different level from my family, and how I feel about Gian, because I can't say he's my friend. We don't know each other to that extent. He's like, singer to fan. But I still really love him a lot, and it's still a mystery to me why exactly do I love him a lot. But then, he is close to my ideal type as well. If I get the chance to date him and marry him, and if it works well, that'll be awesome. But we don't know. Like, I don't know if I truly know him. Like, if I do date him, would it really turn out okay? We don't know. But still, he is so far the only person I've ever met who like treats me so well, and like, I ideally would like to have that as a boyfriend and eventually as a husband. Like, he is fitting so much this ideal type for mine. So I guess I can't help but, think like romantically about it. But I understand, though. I have the realistic thinking, what are the chances that would happen, that if I ever get a chance to date him. But so that's why I still keep a barrier here. But still, even with this barrier, my heart, and you guys understand, right? My heart is a mind of its own. I can't control it. I fully love him a lot, and I want to stop loving him sometimes because I don't want to deal with the heartbreak and stuff. But I sadly really love him. And sometimes I wish he doesn't treat me so well anymore. So like I said, him treating me so sweet and kindly made me love him more, right? So sometimes I wish, can he just be a regular singer and just treat me like a normal fan? Don't be so sweet to me. Like, stop being so kind to me. But sadly, he wants me to stay as his fan, of course. So he'll keep treating me very kindly and sweetly. But I do think sometimes, I don't know why this make me cry, guys. Okay, just keep in mind, I'm still very emotional about Gian. His birthday was yesterday, but sometimes I do want him to stop. Yeah. And also, that's also probably why I don't want to talk to him in future fan signs as well, because he always like treats me so nicely. And yeah, and I just really want to stop. Yeah, I really want to stop feeling more love for him than I do now. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Gosh. Man, I know, guys. I don't know why I'm like this either. Okay, but if you guys understand me, that's really great. But yeah. So that's also why, yeah, I actually do want to avoid him so that I can hopefully stop loving him so much. Gosh, but yeah, I can't ask him to, stop treating me so kindly. Of course not. Like, if ever the time comes when I meet him again, of course he'll treat me very nicely. But yeah, sometimes I wish, he didn't, so that I could move on my feelings and just like him as a singer. Like, how I feel with the other MX guys. I wish I could treat Gian like how I feel for the MX guys. Like, solely, I don't have any romantic feelings for them. Like, I don't super love them, as I still really love them. Of course I do. I still really, really love them, but I don't feel attracted to them. That's the difference as to why Gion is my bias. That I only feel attracted to him, but I'm not attracted to the other members. And so yeah. So that's why I wish like he could like stop being so sweet, and so I could stop. Yeah. Anyways, what can I do? What can I do that my bias is this kind of person who is so sweet and kind, as you guys know. Oh goodness. Yeah. Man, I always surprise myself when I really surprise myself that this actually makes me cry. Just talk. Okay. I'm okay. A tear didn't fall. Sadly, I kind of controlled it. Okay. Um. Ooh, man. Maybe I will be talking for the next 2 hours. I don't know. But I'm really trying my best to stop this as early as possible so we could I'll come again tomorrow to conclude other stories. Okay, so I'm gonna try and yeah, talk more concisely. Okay. Okay, I'm okay. I um oh um Sarah says, it's just sadness me when idols can't really enjoy normal things. I know, such as falling in love and having families. I know. But Sarah, I always think this way. I always think before they have this dream to be a K-pop singer. And I want to believe that if they successfully become a K-pop singer, that they are fully aware that it's gonna be so hard for them to get married and have kids later. Like they will never have a normal life if they successfully become a K-pop singer. But I want to believe they their dream, like they really want this more than getting married and have a family. So that's why I try to not feel so sad for them, like when they say they do want it, but I want to believe like they wanted to be a K-pop singer more than doing that, so they gave that up to be a K-pop singer. So I want to believe this is the life that they want and they chose, and they are successful doing it. Like it's so hard to debut as a K-pop singer, but they successfully did it, Monsta X. And so I want to believe they have no regrets on it. But if they ever like restarted their life, I doubt they would do it differently. I think they would still want to be a K-pop singer. And so yeah, so I that's yeah, so I try to think that way. But I always hope that even as a K-pop singer they could enjoy getting married and having a family. um um uh, oh no, I lost my spot again. Oh no. But yeah, I'm still feeling so many emotions. So yeah, do understand that. Yeah, I'm feeling so many things. Um, um, okay, Sarah says, same. I love them deeply and very much attracted to them. To all of them, Sarah, or is it only to one? Okay, but not in a romantic way. Whoa, I think that's so good. I'm glad to hear that. Honestly, that's really good to hear. Minyox Moon says, "Are we still on the fans and idols topic?" I I popped out for a while. Okay, yes, we are still on this topic, and we're slowly getting to different topics as well. So Minyox Moon, hope you joined at the time when I was explaining everything. Sarah says, was sent home today from yesterday in Korea. Yeah, yesterday. So sorry, I burped. So sorry. From Midnight Idol because he was sick. Yeah, and knowing he is still working as scheduled makes me so sad. Yeah, so that's one of the other topics I want to talk about. So, Gion's Midnight Idol birthday party. We expected to be there, but then when it started and then it showed only Gion there, I was like, oh, is like in the back somewhere, like he'll pop up later. But then Gion was explaining like, is not here. I'm alone because he said that did come to Midnight Idol, venue. He did come, and I think he was there to pre-record something. I think they pre-recorded the show that's going to play today. I think that was pre-recorded yesterday. So what already did one show. I assume he already did one Midnight Idol show, and then having to do a second one that he probably was at his limit. And so it was really sad, of course, because it's Gion's birthday. But then Gion said that it's okay. So he said to you should go home. Like, you are not feeling good. He knows that his throat is not good because of the fine dust, the really bad air pollution this past weekend. So since it was Gion's birthday, so, as much as wanted to stay there, like, Gion was the one to say, like, you need to go home and rest so that for the sake of our, they still had to promote Rush Hour, so he needs to be in good health to promote the rest of Rush Hour. Except they're going to have such a tough time. They are given, you can't feel better after one day, okay? And they can't rest too much. They're working all the time. They did a radio show today that started at 7 a.m., but their segment started at 8 a.m. So, they woke up very early today. So yeah, I can't imagine that you could really get better during a busy schedule. So I am very worried for him. So I am, but also Hyungwon and Minhyuk are also not feeling too well. But just thank goodness, Gion and Juhani, for some reason, they're okay. Either they have stronger bodies, or I'm thinking they wore their mask more often than the other three guys. Like, I'm not too sure why Gion and Juhani are okay, because usually Gion and Juhani do get sick often too. But they got lucky, or maybe they were really being careful, thank goodness. But yeah, so the rest of the guys, sadly, yeah, let's really hope they'll be okay. I really hope so. So just send them lots of fighting messages. And Kihyun still did a great Midnight Idol though last night. If you guys saw Honey drop by, I was so happy Honey dropped by. So like that understands why at Kihyun's V Live birthday party no one dropped by, because most of them were sick, and also Honey was busy at that time. But then thankfully Honey was able to come during the Midnight Idol, and they sang karaoke together. So I was really really happy for that. That Kihyun wasn't alone the whole entire day. So it was nice at least Honey dropped by. But yeah, so let's just hope everyone feels better soon. And Gion said so many touching things yesterday. It was on his birthday. He did so many touching things. Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. I think this, because I really need to end soon. So yeah, so it was a very nice show. Yeah. Candy says, I guess I've been through this with Nick Carter. Okay, so he's married with 3 kids. Awesome. I still love Nick. When I take a picture with him, he calls me sweetheart. I still swoon. Oh, of course he was sweet. I mean, Candy, so Nick is your bias in Backstreet Boys, I guess, and so were you like, you had like some romantic feelings with him, but then we all expect all of them would get married eventually, right? But then, are you feeling that way with like Shonu now or something? But yeah, so like that moment when he got married and with 3 kids, you are still his fan, which is awesome. You are still his fan, but you still feel feelings with him, I guess. Yeah, he calls you sweetheart. I know, yeah. So he seems like a very kind person. Don't think too much of a guy calls you like baby or sweetheart. Especially if they're a singer. They want to like treat you very well, of course, right? Yeah. So but yeah, I mean, yeah, Candy, I feel you. I feel you. Sarah says Wano is truly a rare soul. We know this. Yeah, I love him so, so much, Sarah. 100%. I feel you. Candy says, I'll always be a fan of Nick and Shanu, of course. I hope Shanu finds all the love and happiness he deserves. That's awesome. And Candy, that you are that kind of fan I'm a little bit jealous, in all honesty, because like I said, I wish I could have less feelings for Kian, so I could like be okay when we have to drift apart. But oh goodness, yeah. Oh, Cherry is here. Hi, Cherry. I'm probably kind of good timing. This is the last topic we're gonna talk about, but just it's kind of a serious topic. If you want to yeah, jump in with any of your feedback and stuff. So hi again, Cherry, and happy Gion Day if it's still in your time zone. To anyone else, if it's still Gion Day, happy Gion Day. Hope you're having a good one. Stephanie says, I've always felt like the reason idols tend to marry after pregnancy is because they're trying to hide their relationships from weird fans. Right? Right. Yes, and of course they should be free to date, of course, but they have to deal with the consequences, as they know when you become a K-pop singer, the fans are really into you, of course, and that's how you make a career, because these fans want to buy all your stuff, and then be that's what being your fan is. And so yeah, and then suddenly you get married and have kids, and then it's like, and Sylvia mentioned this, she's like, yeah, all these items she bought of Moss X and Shawnee, and then when that time comes when she's no longer have those same feelings with Shawnee anymore, how is she gonna feel? Yeah, I don't, yeah, Sylvia. So that's something I wonder how you feel now about. So like for me personally, like if that time comes when I need to drift away from Gion, I think I would still keep the stuff. In my opinion, I think I still want to keep my Monster X stuff, because I just see it as like a good memory. It was a good memory of like all that time I spent with them and giving them all that love I gave to them. Like I don't regret that at all. No matter like any of the heartbreaks that might happen later, I still don't have any regrets of like, I have really been so happy becoming their fan, being among them, all the things that we experienced, even the hard times. Okay, even the hard times. Of course, that sucks. I hate the hard times, but life is always good and bad things. So I accept all those times, and I have no regrets on anything. So I still would keep all the stuff just as a good memory. But maybe I might sell off like what things would I sell off? Maybe I wouldn't want to see Guillaume's face too much. Maybe. So maybe I would like sell the photo cards. Maybe. So yeah, maybe sell off those things. But still, majority of the stuff, I feel like I would keep it. So Sylvia, I hope that helps you. Like if you don't regret, this time of being a Monday, which I really hope you don't, and that you would still be okay keeping all your stuff. Okay. I really hope you do. So don't regret about it. Okay. Ooh, JJ Gal, I'll call you Gal. Welcome, Gal. Um, I didn't really know my ideal type until I saw Shawnyu. Wow. The more I watch MX and find out their personalities, I knew in my heart Shawnyu is my ideal. Wow. I mean, I feel you, girlfriend. I feel you. Like, here's the thing. I have liked past K-pop singers before Monsta X, of course, and I thought each bias I had was my ideal person. But then at the end of it all, I realized those people were not really my ideal person. So sometimes I feel like, am I really thinking correctly or not? So, yeah, because when I think back on my past biases, I'm like, why did I think he was really ideal? But here's the thing: each of those past biases I had, they had one, at least one quality that was my ideal type. So the whole person wasn't my ideal type, but at least one quality, yeah, that was my ideal type. So I can't say it was totally wrong. But then Gion, after meeting Gion, like and knowing more about him and all the things that I told you guys about him, like he developed into my ideal type. So when I first saw his photo, I'm like, oh, he's so handsome, but didn't think much about it. And then I meet him in person and nothing was happening. I was like, yeah, whatever, it's just you're just a regular dude. But then getting to know him more, and then all the things he did to me and all the things, yeah, that we've been through, I developed that he became my ideal type. So maybe that's why I feel so much love for him. Like, I never felt this way to a person before, which is so dangerous. I know, guys, this is really dangerous. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, because like in all honesty, if I have never met Gion at a fan site, he would not be my ultimate bias. Okay. I really don't find him as an attractive person, only what he shows on TV. In all honesty, like it's weird, but because I met him and know him, interact with him like so, and figure out so many deep things about him, and how he is as a person, off camera. It was, I would say, that's very fortunate for me that I was able to interact with him off camera, so that part of him I feel like is really who he is. So that is the person who I really really like, and not really the person who shows on TV, because he shows his immature side. I mean, that's just fine. It's fine. I understand he's an immature person still. But yeah, I definitely would not fall in love with him if I didn't know him behind the camera. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. That's why I'm still always so confused about how I feel for him. But of course, I don't regret loving him, and hopefully, he's the last K-pop singer I'm ever gonna buy. As I'm hoping the last one. I mean, I really can't imagine liking a singer more than Gion. Like, I have never liked a singer this much until I've met Gion. So, I really hope I never meet a singer more than him, because I'm already struggling, as you can see, struggling with how much I love Gion, and like I want to like have a boundary. But man, but yeah, I mean, if you guys have any advice, I welcome it, of course. Stephanie says, but if one of them gets pregnant, then it'll be harder to hide their relationship, right? And that's why they have to announce it, right? So I always feel it becomes like, at least we can finally marry now. Man, that's a good point, Stephanie. So maybe that's why they're okay, and that's why most celebrities seem to be doing that these days. Like, people have to accept it. Oh, she's pregnant, so I have to marry now. But Changmin from TVXQ, he got married with no pregnancy, so, and he's doing fine. Mystery. Yeah, it's a mystery. Sarah says, I am used to his real name for some reason. It's all good. You do you. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I every time I do broadcast, I usually would say their stage name, because I don't know if many people know their real names. But I used to be an EXO fan, so that's how I know you were talking about Chen, because I do know his real name. So yeah, but very lucky that I knew that. But I feel like most people don't. But anyways, all good. You do what you want to do. Thankfully, I know what you're talking about, so don't worry. Sylvia says, same here. I don't really have an ideal type until seeing Shonu in Monster X-Ray. I mean, I already said this to you guys. Shonu is so ideal. I understand you guys biasing him. He is so nice, and he really, honestly, Shonu acts the same on camera as he does off camera, which I can attest to you guys, because I met him off camera already. So he really is the same person on and off camera. So I understand for you guys, if this is your ideal type of Shonu, that's exactly who he is on camera. Okay, so you guys are probably are experiencing the same thing as me, I guess. Yeah. So he's so great. Okay, so I don't know if I can help you guys, because I'm already struggling with my own bias of Gion. Okay, but we can struggle together. Okay, so I welcome we be in the same community. Okay, to help each other. All right, but yeah, Shanu is he's I know I don't know how to help you guys. Okay, anyways, Sarah says, I meant Chen getting hate. I was a bit shocked from I was a bit shocked from the amount of hate. Simply because I think that's a typo, because a member found the person he wants to start a family with. Yeah. I know. I know. I don't know either. It's really difficult being a K-pop singer and how the K-pop fans react. I mean, just in general, like a fan, I guess, feels betrayed, feels betrayed when a singer gets married and have kids, and like that, for those fans that feel betrayed, they have to cut it off completely. They want to sell all their stuff, they want to have nothing to do with him. Like, so know that each fan is different maturity, so those fans who only want to be Chen's fan only because he's single, what can you do? Okay, so this reminds me, I remember hearing this from other Korean monbibs, which I really don't like to hear, but I have heard this already from Korean monbibs. And on Midnight Idol, Gion and I am Minhyuk as well. Sometimes they mention it. Like the fans say, "No, you can never get married." Yeah, some monbibs, Korean monbibs, they say that to them. You can never get married. Like if you get married, no, we don't allow it. No marriage talk. Like don't talk about marriage. Blah blah blah. And then Gion or I am Cecil comments. They're like, okay, I get it, but they don't mention. They're like, okay, I get it. You guys can stop. So yeah, I really hate it. So like, the Korean fans are kind of scary, I guess. They really want the singers to stay single forever. Really? Are you a real fan that you really don't want them to ever get married and find happiness with someone that they love and to have a family? Then, do the fans, they want to be single forever? Like, you better be the same too. If you want the singer to be single forever, then you too want to be single forever? I personally don't want to be single forever, but I can accept if I do become single forever, I will accept it, but I don't want it, So that's why I don't ever want to wish someone to stay single forever, not even a K-pop singer, but sadly, those fans exist. So I wonder if, that's why Chen is getting that hate, because those immature fans, sadly, there's a lot of them. So yeah. Gal says, MX Ray is the best show to get to know them. 100%. After I watched all of MX Ray 2, I fell in love with them even more, of course. It's so hilarious. Also, there are other shows they had. What other shows did they have? But they had, when they went to Hong Kong, it was all hilarious. All their variety shows. Like, that made me fall in love with them even more, because I feel like it's my time, 4:18 p.m. in Korea. Yeah, 4:18. Anyways, but I feel like they were acting like so natural and normal. Like I really found that very attractive to them. I felt very attracted to them, that they were so real and like normal, and like not like pretending, like how singers sometimes feel like they're pretending, but I feel like they were being so normal, and that's what made it so entertaining. They were being normal, so that's why I still really love them a lot for who they are, exactly who they are. Yeah. mm, Cherry says, I adore Monsta X and Wano. They are sort of like friends, but I don't see them in a romantic way. They all have something I would want in a boyfriend. Wow. Man, that's cool. That's cool. And I think I relate with you guys, because I feel that way for the remaining MX members except for Gion. So I do really understand you guys, but you not feeling that way for your ultimate bias, I think that's so impressive. I really, Gion as my ultimate bias is so hard. So yeah. Yeah, but I understand you guys, and I hope I could get over my feelings for Gyeonsun. I hope so. Like, yeah, wish me luck, guys. Yeah. Sarah says, I keep rephrasing my comments and end up having extra words. I forgot to delete hence the titles. All good. I think I understood you anyway. It's all good. Renee says, if you want to break the feelings, maybe start thinking of him as your brother or oppa. Okay, oppa, which is an older brother, but he is younger than me, so I will never call him oppa. But think of him as my younger brother. I mean, man, I could try, of course, because I see the other members as brothers. Like Minhyuk, I see as a brother. Hyungwon, I am as well. I see them as like brothers. Shanu, I can't really see as a brother. I just see him as like a cool friend, So Shanu, I see as a very cool friend. Wano as well. I don't know why he doesn't give me brotherly feelings. So I see him as a cool friend too. Honey. No, Honey, I think as a brother too. Yeah, Honey, I feel brotherly with him. Yeah. But yeah. So I want to have that with Gion. I wish. I try. Of course, I try. I can try, but it's because I'm so attracted to him. You can't stop these feelings. You guys understand me, right? I am so attracted to Kihyun, and not only his looks, but his personality, and also he reciprocates to me. Like he really treats me so differently from other singers and the MX members. Like it's really like so hard to not fall in love with him when he treats me like that. Oh man. Yeah, so it's really hard to see him as a brother when he really is. Yeah, but that's why I said, that's what made me cry earlier is I wish he would stop treating me so well. Like I hope if he treats me like a real sister, would that ever happen? Like treat me as a regular sister, nothing more than that. I wonder would he? But I would be a little bit sad. In all honesty, I would be a little bit sad if he, suddenly treats me as like a sister and no longer like that super sweet guy that he's been treating me like. Yeah. Yeah, that's good advice though. Thank you for that advice. Yeah, I need to. Yeah. Um. Um. Renee. Oh, I just keep losing it. Okay. Renee also says, I think of Monsta X and want to like my children. That's cool. That's cool. I definitely don't think of them as my children because we're all around the same age, so I can't think of them that way. But definitely brothers and a platonic friendship, like a cool friend. Um. But yeah, I know. Stephanie says, "Oh, it's okay, crazy." Okay, so now I'm into the comments when you guys saw me cry. Man, that was a while ago. I'm so delayed in comments. Okay. Yeah, so she said to me, "It's okay, Chrissy. There. Thanks for the virtual hug. I know. Yeah, you guys can know by now what makes me so emotional. Yeah, all of MX guys make me emotional. I cried over Wano. I cried over Shanu. I cried over a lot. But Gion, of course, would be the one that makes me cry the most. Of course, yeah. Sylvia says it's okay. I cried too when Shonu announced his enlistment. I'm sure all you guys were. We all did. Yeah, I was emotional. I didn't fully cry, but I had a tear. But I felt emotional, and for sure I'm gonna cry a lot when Gian enlist. Would I? Would I? No, maybe I would. I don't know. It's hard to imagine it, but I want to assume I will. But yeah, she surprised herself. Okay, yeah. Me too. All these times when I'm crying in front of you guys, it's all surprising to me. I still couldn't believe that it made me cry. Yeah, and again, this proves I can't control my emotions. How much I love Gian and all this stuff. I can't control it, even though I want to. Yeah. I didn't know I'll be so emotional. Man, Sylvia, never mind. Maybe I will cry when he enlists, even though I know it's gonna happen, and I want him to enlist as soon as possible. But yeah, of course, it's a sad thing. Of course, yeah. Yeah, we're all gonna cry. You're right. Yeah. Sarah says attached, not attracted. Your autocorrect, man. Okay, that's totally a big autocorrect. Yeah. So attached to them, not attracted. Okay, that makes total sense. She says autocorrect is a mess. I am emotionally attached to the members, which is so different from attracted. Got it. But you still, would cry over them. Of course you did. I'm sure you did, Sarah. But yeah. But got it. I got you now. Candy says, honestly, I'd be surprised if the Monster X's are still single because they are such amazing people. Oh, girlfriend, I feel you on that too. How could they not find, people to date and marry because they're amazing? But then, hey, let's keep in mind, I hope they have high standards, okay? I hope so. But, because they're such amazing people, I hope they only date amazing people, not like, people that are like, mediocre. You guys get what I mean, right? I really hope they really date people that are high standards. Okay, they should. They should. Okay, so that's why I would be disappointed if I find out they marry someone who's like, this person. I'm like, "Oh, you could do so much better than her." But that's I can't judge them by who they love. If he truly loves her, great. But still, if not, then I would be a little bit worried for their marriage. But I also want to believe surely they have high standards and that we will love whoever they are going to marry and support them. Yeah. Sarah says, yeah, idol life is kind of like a double-edged sword. It is. It holds both good and bad things. Exactly. They sacrifice a lot to be a K-pop singer. We know through No Mercy, and they say it all the time. It was the worst time of their life, but thankfully they debuted as a singer and successful singers. They accomplished their dreams. I'm still happy for that. Cherry says, I hope Wano and MX find someone they love. I say the same. Of course, I say the same. Sylvia says, I think I will still be keeping them too. Glad to hear, Sylvia. These items have too many memories to me. Even though I haven't got the chance to use them, it's okay. During the official events, it's okay as long as you don't regret it. Don't regret it, and hopefully, you don't ever feel that point where you want to throw it away. I want to believe you're not that kind of fan, Sylvia. So yeah, you will keep them. Great memories. It was a great time we spent with Monsta X, and surely, hopefully, we could still be their fans forever. That would be nice, right? But let's keep, but still, things have to come into an end sometime. Either our lives or their lives. Whatever happens, I always think that, but yeah, just prepare, but also think about how would you feel. Like, if you feel like you will like stop being their fan completely, then I say, cut the cord early and just stop being their fan now. But if you still feel like you will still love them even when things are over and we have to move on, then I think it's all worth it, that we are Monbibis and no regrets. um Candy says, to put it in a different perspective, I always hope Shonu finds love exactly the way I hope to find love. Yeah, Candy, that is deep, man. Wow, that's deep stuff. Wow, of course, I want that all for MX. Yeah, I never thought about that compared to me, but I definitely, I have high standards for sure. Of course I do. Yeah, I do not want to marry someone if I know completely I love this person and this person completely loves me. Like, divorce is never an option. I'm that kind of person. I want to marry this person, and he and I agree, like, divorce will never be an option. We truly love each other and we want to marry each other, and for the rest of our lives. So I hope MX as well, they have that high standard. It's such a high standard, though, I put for myself, but I feel like MX, they should have that high standard too. And so I do want them, yeah, if they do find that love, I will be so happy for them. Of course. Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, like I keep saying, with Gian is a different story, but of course I want him to find true love like that. And yeah, and I will just have to deal with it when he gets married, or when I get married, I will deal with it. It's okay. Yeah. Sylvia says, same here. I used to be into Chinese singers from Taiwan. I mean, hey, they have some very attractive singers there. Yeah. But somehow I drifted apart after having bad fan service experience. Girlfriend, fan service does a lot. Okay, yeah. From one of the singers, hence back to K-pop, highlights, now MX, and I hope MX is the last group I'm into. I agree with you completely, Sylvia. But yeah, that confuses me. When you're a singer and you don't treat the fans well, that's like should be your number one rule. You should treat the fans well. But also have a barrier. Don't be like super girlfriend with them. Like I am, in my opinion, when I see some videos about IMF fans, like, I feel like he crosses the line a lot. Like he really treats you like a girlfriend he hasn't seen in a long time. But I know that's his style. He wants to do that. He knows the fans like it, but I always feel that's like really dangerous. Like, I am, be careful of your, he has crazy fans too, as we know. So yeah, there should be a line of like, what is good service to give to the fan, and not cross the line. Yeah. So then in my opinion, Gian, like I said earlier, I want him to not be super sweet to me, because that's making me fall in love with him more. So like, I hope he can just give me fan service the way that the other MX members do for me. They give me like normal fan service, I feel, but Gian is just like so much. It was just it's just really too much what he did for me. So yeah. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, so thank you for that story, Sylvia. And yeah, I agree with you. And that's why K-pop singers have so many fans, because they are so good at fan service, as we know. But yeah, but it has pros and cons, Cherry says, I don't get why fans don't want their idols to find love and have a happy life and family. Those are the immature fans. 100%. They're immature. Okay, and I just mentioned to you guys, some Monbibis, sadly, they say to MX, never get married. Don't even talk about marriage. So they exist in our fandom. So just prepare, when that time comes, when MX does get married, those fans for sure, they're going to leave. Okay. And who knows how they're going to treat MX, whatever hate they're going to get. I know it sucks. It sucks. I know. These fans are delusional. I guess these are the delusional ones. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. Renee says, I like Rain. Ooh, he's very cute with how he talks about his wife. No weirdness to me just because he's married. Dude, I think it's so sweet. Rain with his wife. His wife is a very famous actress, by the way, but I'm glad, they are perfect. I couldn't, like, it's just such a nice celebrity couple. Yeah, so He's very cute. Yeah, but I think Rain didn't have fans that were like super in love with him. I don't think so, right? Like I don't remember if Rain was ever like into fan service. So I feel like his fans were like strictly like just a singer to a fan, but Rain was not into fan service. So I felt like when he announced his marriage and then having kids with her, that the fans like they like him just for him. Like they're happy he's married and they still want to be his fan because they like his music and stuff. But I feel like he never treated fans as like girlfriends. So I feel like Rain was always really good. So I didn't think he would get married. Actually, I never thought Rain would get married. So I was so shocked when he announced he was getting married to this beautiful actress, and just good for him. Just really good for him. Yeah. Um Gal says, I feel like Shanu would be my last bias. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. When Monster X is over, I will probably be overstanding any group because I don't think I would ever love a group as much as I love Monster X. I feel the exact same way. I feel the exact same way. I have loved past K-pop groups before, but I have never ever loved them as much as I do for Monsta X. So I find it hard to believe because I really love a new group as much as as much as I love Monsta X. I really don't want to believe that. I want to believe they're like one in a million to find a group like this and fall so deeply in love with them. So personally for me, I don't want to give my heart again to a new K-pop group. So I'm hoping me as well. This is the end for me for Monsta X, and until they are done, then I will be done as well. Like I will still enjoy K-pop music, of course I will, but I would not be so into standing a K-pop group as much as I do for Monsta X. Yeah. hmm Um Cherry says MX and Wano are the first and probably the last group that she will ever like. I think they are the perfect first and last group you will ever like. Except if you ever like groups in the future, it's okay to each their own. But I want to doubt that you would ever find a group as much as you love Monster X, in my opinion, because they're just so amazing. But if you do, to each their own. And I know that you guys will always be Mon Bibis forever. Okay, no matter if you change to a new group later. Okay, don't worry about that. Sarah says Monster X are so down to earth and they are very approachable. Yes, that's why they are the best fan sign people I've ever met from all the again, I really did meet many K-pop singers, guys. I hope you could take my word for it, but they are the best ones I've ever met. Yeah. And that's a major part of their charm, and they just give off this natural vibe, and I love it. Agree completely, Sarah. And Sarah also says, "Oh, I will cry for every one of them. I am very emotional, and especially when I care for someone." Sarah, I understand you. I understand you. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna cry for every one of them when they enlist. Yeah, because I did for Shawnee, but it was just like one tear. It's not like super crying, but yeah, I'll definitely cry a lot for Gion, I guess, and then the rest of the members. Yeah, it's just always like an emotional thing to see them enlist and then not having to see them for 2 years or so, Okay, but yeah, just prepare, guys. Just prepare, and I'll be here to do the live so that we could like cry together, or rant together when their enlistment day comes. Yeah. Um. mm, Joey says, I've known myself for being so loyal to those I genuinely love, so I am so sure MX will be the last K-pop group, wow, I will ever stand. They already have the throne as my ultimate bias all over K-pop world. Joey, I feel you, and I agree with you. Joey also says, and no one else can take that anymore. Feel you, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. Renee says Rain's fandom seems to be huge. Okay, and the age range is also large. That's a good point. From quite young to old. Yeah, yeah. I was amazed to realize this during his YouTube show. Wow, that's so good. So Rain, how he's doing, yeah, how he is doing with his career, and then also how he was able to get married and kids, and he's still super famous, as we know. Good for him. And his YouTube show is funny. I only watched it a few times, but Shanu guested one time if you guys saw it. So yeah, he's super fun. Rain was always super funny. So I'm really happy to hear that. So I do want to go soon, but I remember there were some topics I had to conclude on before I go. So yeah, so everything from Gion's birthday, it was all good. Yeah, the members are sick, so sadly he didn't really have a nice birthday party with the members, but it was nice that all of them gave messages even while they were sick. They still tweeted. None of them really on Fan Cafe. Only Jew Honey was on Fan Cafe, but the other members were sick, so hopefully they're okay today. So just let's really hope they'll be okay for the rest of this promotions, and then hopefully they'll be okay when they go to America later. But let's really hope they'll be okay. But yeah, but the last thing that no Gion wrote, he wrote a message on Fan Cafe, but also he wrote a message to us on Midnight Idol. Is that he said that he's happy, and that's what is most important to me. Is that on your birthday that you were happy, that he basically just spent it with Mon Bibis the whole entire day. He spent it with Mon Bibis, and so happy that even if the members were all sick, he spent it with us, which I'm sure he loves the most, right? I'm sure he does, but I want to believe that he was still very touched that Ju Honey came on Midnight Idol. That touched him. And if Wano was still here, we saw Wano's V Live yesterday. He did on Gion's birthday. I didn't see the whole thing because there were so many times where he's doing nothing. Like Wano does that all the time, but I always love to see him anytime. But yeah, so Wano randomly came, but I really want to believe he was celebrating Gion's birthday, and he would do a lot for Gion. So I want to believe that yeah, Wano, I want to believe you were celebrating Gion's birthday. So yeah, but yeah, it was all very nice. I was very touched. I was really touched up until like the last minute. Like he was also sending us messages on Universe. So like legit, Gian spent his whole birthday with Monbe. So I just thought that was just so sweet of him. He's always this sweet, and so yeah, so don't be sad about Gian's birthday that the members were sick. I feel really, really loved it, and he had a great birthday. Mm, there were other things I want. Okay, actually, so I rewatched his V Live because do you guys remember he interrupted my Midnight Idol show, and so we were watching his V Live, but there were lots of parts where I didn't hear it because I was like talking. But then he said during his V Live, okay, so as you guys know, I do not like Gion with pink hair, but I was really surprised when I was rewatching it, and he said a fan commented to him about him changing his hair to pink, and Gion responded to it. He says, "I want to do pink." Really, Kian? So I was surprised he said that. I don't know if it's because he wants to, make the fan feel good or something, but he says, I want to do pink, but if I bleach my hair again, you know how it is right now, my hair is gonna fly away. He's like, it's gonna be really difficult if I make my hair pink, so it's not gonna be possible. So he said on the comeback show, he said very sternly, I don't plan to do pink. But then he said in the V Live yesterday, oh, I want to do pink. So I hate him when he's so wishy-washy about it. Like I really don't know what exactly his true feelings about it. But we're not gonna see him do pink. He did say in a private message, he said like if he bleaches his hair again, he really feels like all his hair is gonna fall off. So he said yeah, he won't be able to maintain the orange hair much longer, but so he will dye it to a darker hair color later. So do expect that later. He needs to give his scalp a break, yeah. And don't know about Ju Honey, but Ju Honey seems like he's still gonna have his red hair. Yeah. I think I wanted to comment about the radio show this morning. I randomly woke up early. I don't know why. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. by the way. I know I'm not sleeping well either. Stephanie, I know. I'm not sleeping well either. So I went to bed at 3 a.m. and then I randomly woke up at 7 a.m. and I was like, oh my gosh, isn't Monsta X radio show happening now? So I was like, since I'm awake, I might as well just watch it. So I watched it, but everyone they seemed fine, but definitely IM is like most sick. He kept coughing every so often. Hyungwon was he didn't seem he seemed out of it, but then again, it was 8 in the morning when they were doing the radio show. So yeah, and then Minhyuk he seemed normal, but I can tell some low energy. But then Gion and Juhani, they seem most normal. They really don't seem sick at all. So which is good. But yeah, but the rest of the members, I'm really, really worried about them. We'll see them on the show later, and just be understand if you guys watch it later and you see they seem sick or like tired because they are. So just let's really hope they get better soon. So just understand they're gonna go through a tough promotions week, Sally. But surely this is the last week of promotions. Surely it is because the new girl group is coming out on December 1st. So after December 1st, MX shouldn't be working anymore and they will be going to America soon. So yeah, so it would be just one more week and then hopefully they will rest a lot and prepare to go to America and hopefully be okay. Yeah, I can't remember anything interesting from the radio show. I don't know why. I can't remember. But also I was half asleep, so yeah, it's okay. I want to believe there wasn't anything interesting from the radio show. I thought there were more things to say, but I can't remember. But you know what? I'm gonna come again tomorrow. It's okay. So these are the last comments I'll read. Any guys want to say ending things to me? Feel free to say it now. These are the last conversations we'll have, and then I will go, and then we will all watch the show and just give your support to Monster X as always, and hope that they will get healthier soon. Renee says KCM is hysterical. KCM. KCM. I do not know who is KCM. Please let me know. Shanu danced with Rain and KCM. I can't remember who was KCM. I can't. Okay, remind me, please. I can't remember. But on Rain show, so he. I can't. Why can't I remember? Okay, but yeah, I remember it was cute. I just remember it was cute. Yeah. Sarah says they also sent him voice and video messages on midnight. Thank you for Sarah. Thank you for your memory. I need your memory. So I'm always glad when you're here, Sarah, to remind me about these things. Yes, on Midnight Idol, it was so sweet. Yeah, even though, yeah, Ian couldn't be there, so of course he didn't leave a message because he was supposed to be on the show, but then just last minute, Gian said you have to go home and rest. So yeah, Hyungwon left a voice message, and Minhyuk left a video message, and then Juhani as well left a voice message. So sorry, video message. Juhani as well, video message. So Juhani was not supposed to go visit him, but because Juhani, he just suddenly decided to go. He's like, it's so sad since I am couldn't be there, so last minute he dropped by, and then they sang karaoke together. So it was so good. I was so touched and happy seeing Juhani making the effort to go see Gion there on his birthday party radio show. So yeah, it was nice. Yeah, it was nice. Candy says, I hope Shonu got to wish Gion happy birthday. I'm sure he did. So Gion mentioned it in his V Live that Shonu is working right now, of course, and like he also said, oh, he's not off work yet, and so he said to Shonu like, oh, Shonu, you have like 5 hours left to wish me happy birthday. He said it on his V Live. So yeah, I want to believe, of course he did. Come on, Shonu. Shonu loves Gion too. I'm sure he does. Like Wano, I think loves Gion the most, and Juhani as well. He loves Gion too, but yeah, but I want to believe he did. Yeah, so let's believe he did. Yeah. Gal says, please don't forget to vote on Star Pass later. Yes, it's all the voting stuff. I personally am not familiar with it, and I also just I don't know how it works. Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah, if you guys are able to vote, please vote. But I always vote with text message. So I'm in Korea, so I can vote by text message if they're nominated for something. I always vote by text message, and also I have to pay money, okay, to do that. So I don't mind it. It's for MX to win a music show award. Of course, I will text in a vote, but the application stuff is so confusing for me, so I don't understand. But you guys, thank you so much for all the votes. Okay, let's do our best. Gal says, I hope Gion tells us if Shonu greeted him. Would he? Given Gion is like Shonu's #1 fan, would he? I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see in the future. Hopefully, we'll see. Sarah says, I am so happy Juhani did so much for Gion. I know Juhani is the MVP today, and also his mom's birthday is the same birthday as Gion, so he says that's very special to him about Gion's birthday is the same birthday as his mom. So yeah, so thank you, Juhani. I know. He didn't want him to be alone on Midnight Idol. Yeah, so he stopped by with a cake. Yeah, exactly, and they sang together. Exactly, which was so fun. Exactly. I'm glad you watched this series. It was so sweet, right? I was so touched. I didn't cry. I could have cried, but I was just so touched. It was such a surprise. Gion also didn't know that Juhani would come, so yeah. Sarah says, I am also curious to know if Shonu was able to congratulate him. Surely he did. Come on, right? Surely. Come on. Yeah, I want to believe he did. Renee says, thank you, ladies. You're welcome, and thank you for joining us. You're all super nice. Big hugs all around. Stay safe and healthy. You too, Renee, and maybe see you next time. Thanks for joining me, and have a good Gion day. Joey says, today was another emotional live. I know, not as emotional as yesterday, thank goodness, but I was still yeah, this topic, like, we need to talk about some more later as well. Like I was thinking to talk about all these other things, but I have to go. I can't believe this is like a 3.5 hour live. My goodness, how can I do that? I don't know either, guys. I don't know how I can do it. But okay, yes, but thank you so much, you guys, for always joining. And it does make me feel better, me realizing my deep emotions that I didn't know I had until I talk about with you guys. So thank you. It really does help me. And I hope also help you guys too. And that we will talk more about it in the future live too. Joey says, always fun to watch and know your thoughts and experiences. I'm glad you don't mind and you enjoy it. Yeah. Thanks again for today, dear. Me too. Thank you too. Have a great day. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. You too. To everyone, and Joey, thank you. All back at you. Renee says, KCM is a more serious singer, not K-pop. Man, he sounds familiar. He is a singer, right? But yeah, but he's not K-pop. I assume that. Yeah, but it was just cute. I do remember he danced with another person, but I really can't remember who it was. But thank you, Renee, for reminding. Stephanie says, so in the end, I was still awake. I don't know how, Stephanie. I was still awake until the end of this live. I don't know how, Stephanie, but congratulations. Oh well, goodbye, Chrissy. Yes, I wish you a good day. You too, Steph. I hope you can sleep soon, Stephanie. But thank you for able to join this whole time and talk again. Most likely tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, most likely I'll come back tomorrow. Until next time. Sarah says, today was fun as always. I'm glad you guys, even though we're talking about serious things and you guys see me cry, I'm glad you guys have fun and enjoy these conversations. I'm glad. I really enjoy your life so much. Thank you. I'm so happy to hear this, Sarah. Always happy to see you here too. And goodbye, everyone. Have a good day and night. You too. Cherry says, I wonder if Wano wished Gian. I wonder too, but I really want to believe he did. Just sending him a cacao. You know, at least a cacao. They can't meet in person publicly, but at least a cacao. Maybe send him like a dessert or a gift. Who knows? But yeah, I want to believe so. Yeah. Sylvia says, thank you for sharing your thoughts once again. You're welcome. So thank you too. And I'll respond to your messages later. Anyone else here waiting for my messages, I hope can respond to you later. I've been thinking about it for so long. Same, Sylvia. Honestly, I think about it a lot. Okay, so that's why I wanted to bring it up on Guillaume's birthday. I just felt like, yeah, I kind of want to bring up the topic, but then didn't realize I would cry. Really, really, still can't believe I cried. So that shows to me it really means a lot to me. And so having this talk with you guys and helping me understand my feelings and getting it out there, it really makes me feel better. So thank you again. We'll talk more again later on more serious topics, of course. And yeah, until next time. Thank you again, Sylvia. Candy says, I still can't believe you were still here, but Candy, we need to talk more later, as you know. Okay, so check my DMs. Okay, Candy. She said, thanks for going live. We can continue this topic later, definitely, as long as we can help. Yes, and you do. Thank you so much again, Candy, and all your advice and help as well. See you later. Yes, Candy. Good night, Candy, and see you later too. Cherry says, have a great day. You too, Cherry, even though you joined for the ending, but hopefully see you again next time. Always happy to talk with you, Cherry. Ashley, you're so sweet, Ashley. Like, I know you're here, but you rarely comment, but it's okay. You don't have to come if you don't want to. But Ashley, glad that you were here and joining our conversation. She says, bye and see you. Yes, same. Thanks again, you guys. It's been fun for me too, as always. And I'll get through what I'm going through eventually. It's gonna take some time. I'm the type of person that wants to solve it immediately, but I know that this is like too deep, I guess, and you guys understand me too. So it'll take some time, but talking about it with you guys every time is really helping me a lot. So thank you again. Look forward to support Monsta X this comeback and wish them all health and see you guys again next time. Bye.